Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's I, Ergo Corvus. Once again, back at it again with the Steam library. Looking through my huge list of games. Oh boy. Last time we did A through F. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. We did A through F. Finished with Furry Fury. So now we're on to starting with the letter G with Galaxy Champions TV. Let's see. This is one I kind of want to... Yeah, this is the remote play thing. I kind of want to play this with somebody. This is just straight up a knockoff of a Smash TV. Just like a top-down shooter from like the NES era. And I think one thing that's kind of interesting is there's like sort of a sequel / remake for the Super Nintendo called Super Smash TV. Because of course that's what you called everything. whenever you made a game on the Super Nintendo, you just had to put Super in front of the name, right? I think but Super Smash TV, because then it was on the Super Nintendo controller, and it had like the 4 face buttons. It was kind of like the first like twin stick shooter before there were even twin stick controllers, because each face button was just the direction that you would shoot. So it controlled exactly like a modern day like twin stick shooter. So it was like pretty much started the genre. But yeah, this seems pretty fun. I like tested it out a little bit, so I want to play this with somebody. Seems like it would be fun in multiplayer. There we go. We got Game Dev Tycoon. I played this for a little bit. It was all right. With a lot of these, there were like a lot of these games for a while. They were like, oh, run a game dev company. And it's like, they were always like a little weird to me, because it was always like, oh, you just have to start out making shitty games. And just gradually build up your skills until you're making actually good games. And that was always kind of weird to me. Like, so it was just kind of, the focus was just on like, just grinding up your skills basically until your games are actually good, which doesn't seem like totally accurate. I would have preferred something, I don't know, more actually focused on like your decisions with making the games, but it's just kind of like grinding until your numbers go up. So it's like, you know, it was like an okay Tycoon game, I suppose. Let's see, oh, the freaking Game of Thrones Telltale series. Is this even for sale anymore? Oh wow, it is. I'm so confused. I thought Telltale stopped existing, but they're still putting stuff out? Because didn't they like fire like everyone except like 2 people or something? I'm kind of confused by that. I thought like Telltale didn't exist anymore, but they're still putting stuff out. Yeah, hold on, does Telltale? Yeah, still make games. Hold on. 2 years. Wait, oh, it announced its return 2 years ago? Wait, what? Wait, I'm so confused. Hold on, what happened with Telltale Games? Yeah, majority studio closure. Yeah, in 2018. Huh? Okay, yeah, because I remember it was like a big thing, because people were saying like, oh, they were fired with like no warning. Like it was, oh yeah, a class action lawsuit was filed by former Telltale employee. Whoa. Yeah. And then, but then how did they get bought by somebody? Let me see. Following negotiations, they acquired several assets. They were relaunching the company. Yeah, okay, so they just kind of came back. Huh. Alright. Interesting. Yeah, because I thought Telltale just totally stopped, but then they released new stuff? Or Not here, apparently. Wait, also, are these separate things? Batman the Telltale series and then Batman the Enemy Within the Telltale? Are these two different things? I don't know. Also, what the heck is Hector? I've never heard of Hector Badge of Carnage. Well, it's from 2011, I guess. Wow, Puzzle Agent and Puzzle Agent 2 are that old? Oh my god. I feel old. I remember playing Puzzle Agent. I guess we'll get to that, though, in the list when we get to it. But yeah, the friggin' Game of Thrones one... This wasn't good. It wasn't very good. Yeah. Because, like, a lot of the Telltale things... Honestly, the only Telltale game that I really liked was, like, the first Walking Dead one. And even then, it was just because it was, like, something that felt kind of new. And all their other games were just like, yeah, it's just like the Walking Dead game again. Except, like, it felt like in the later ones your choices mattered, like, even less. Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. Hey, Gamarowski. Or, sorry, hello, Mario. It's you. Welcome. Oh, I can't believe the Mario is here. From Super Mario? Wow. So yeah, we're just looking through my Steam library, continuing where I left off on the last stream. Oh, here's Game Maker Studio. I've been using Game Maker since I was pretty young. Using it since like middle school. Before it was called Game Maker Studio. I used it when it was just Game Maker. Yeah, I made some game. Oh wait, is it not like available on Steam anymore? Alright. But yeah, Game Maker's good. I made some games in it. Like maybe someday I'll show them on stream. I don't know. They might have some of my like real life information attached to them, so I might not want to do that. Here's Garden Paws, which is like some kind of like Harvest Moon style game. I got this. Okay, yeah, pretty positive reviews. I do want to actually play this at some point. It looks a little... I don't know, but I enjoy like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon kind of stuff, so I do want to give it a try. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Gamarowski. Let's see. Oh, good old Gary's mod. I know some people got really into Gary's mod. I honestly, I never really got into it. I couldn't really... I don't know, it was too complicated for me. Oh, just weird YouTube ads? Okay. I just never really got into it. Gas Guzzlers Extreme. What is this? Racing game? Oh, with weapons? Ooh. I might have to give this a try. That's got positive reviews. Yeah, okay. See, because just plain old racing games are kind of boring to me. But, you had weapons and okay, now I'm on board. I'll try that out. Got Gas Station Simulator. I streamed this a while ago. I kind of want to get back into it. It was kind of fun as far as simulator games go. I enjoyed it. Maybe continue that sometime. Like when there are two ads, one is about saving animals. Oh, the second. Yeah, that's pretty random. Oh, and this was like the demo. Oh, Gauntlet. Yeah, okay. Kind of wanted to play this with some people as well. Yeah, if I get 3 other people to play Gauntlet with me, that would be pretty cool. So this was kind of like a... Because Gauntlet, the original one, is like an old game. So this is kind of like a, I don't know, a reboot or whatever. Trying to do kind of the old school style. Yeah, this would probably be fun to play with some people. Get some people hack and slash some stuff. Gene Shift Battle Royale Turbo. A GTA 2 inspired shooter that merges Battle Royale and roguelite mechanics. Is this a... Why do I have this game? I guess it was in a bundle, maybe? Or something. So wait, it's a Battle Royale, like, driving and shooting game? Or, oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were always in a car, but no, it's just a top-down game. Okay. Probably won't. Yeah, wait a second, hold on. They must have changed this. I don't think this was a Battle Royale originally. I think this was just a driving game at first. Yeah, I think it was just like a driving game. They must have just turned it into a Battle Royale just... just because, you know, everything's gotta be Battle Royale, right? Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams. What is it? This is a platformer? Oh, it's a blistering hardcore platformer. Whoa. Extreme. Okay. Uh-huh. It's a platformer. Okay, you got like a boss fight. Yep. Yep, everything's gotta be Fortnite now. Okay. I mean, looks like a kind of interesting, you know, side-scrolling platformer thing. Something weird about her face. Actually, both of their faces. Yeah, that's kind of a weird... It's like they were kind of trying to do, like, the Disney style? Like, it looks like a weird, like, Disney knockoff kind of face. I don't know, that's kind of weird. What was Gigantic? Oh, this is like a free-to-play... This is a MOBA thing, right? Yeah, hero, shooter. Because it was like each team... Yeah, it was kind of like a MOBA. Because each team has a giant, and then you're trying to like escort your giant to the other team's base. Something like that. I don't know, I never tried it out. Oh, it's unlisted on the Steam store. Okay. What if you... people are saying, "Oh, I miss you so much." Okay, I guess some people like come back. I mean, people liked Gigantic apparently. Huh? Such a shame that it's dead. Dang. Too bad. Okay, I guess we'll never know because it's dead now. What's Jish? Huh. Well, this came out in 2004. Whoa, this is an old game. Holy crap! You're like a blob guy. Okay, I mean, it looks kind of neat. Just a blob guy doing blob stuff. Goat of Duty. Because this is from the same people that did the Goat Simulator, right? Right? Wait. I'll be very surprised if it's not. Hold on, because Goat Simulator is the next one on the list, right? Wait, is it different people made it? Everything has to be Fortnite, except Fortnite, because it's Fortnite. Sounds about right. Yeah, because I remember Goat Simulator. Man, this is 2014. This is a classic. Wait, is this a parody of the Dead Island trailer? Oh my god, it is. This is a parody of the Dead Island trailer, where it's like it's reversing time back. Ghost Simulator was pretty fun for a while. It's just nonsense. Ghost Simulator. Oh, you played it, Gamerowski? Nice. Yeah. Like the screenshots are just showing. Just clipping into the walls. So you're like, yep. And then, wait, was it a separate game, or is it in Goat Simulator, where there was like an MMO? Is that just in Goat Sim? Oh, wait, MMO Simulator. Okay, it was like a free DLC. Goat MMO Simulator. I played this too. Just a little bit of it. But yeah. Okay. But then wait, so Goat of Duty is not made by the same people? That's weird, because then it's... I love these screenshots. Wait, they had like a collector's edition? Or what? Or... 19 funder? What, they did like a fundraiser or something, I guess? Okay, I mean, that's cool. I'm still just confused. This is not associated with Goat Simulator? When did this come out? 2019. Wow. And so, like, yeah, is it just, it's just Call of Duty, but you're a goat? Hold on, show me some gameplay. Yeah. There we go, okay, here's some gameplay. Okay, well, okay, not exactly Call of Duty, really, just... You want it? Well, it's on sale. It's on sale, so if you want Goat of Duty, go ahead. It's got positive reviews, it's apparently good. And then, yeah, we talked about Goat Simulator. Here's frickin' Goatus. I don't know why I bought this. Piece of crap. Yeah, mostly negative. Why did I buy this? I should have known better. It's from frickin' Peter Molyneux. How much? I mean, I just showed you. It was like, just go get it on Steam. It was like $4 or something. Yeah, it was like, oh, another God Simulator game, and then just like never finished it. Hello, Frozen. How are you? Let's see. And then, right, because then they made this spin-off Goatus Wars. And they're like, oh, this is RTS, but it's like, why wasn't this just in the original game? I'm only in the G's, yeah. In the last stream, we did A through F. So on this stream, we're starting with G. We'll see how far we get. I won't be able to stream as long as I did yesterday. But we'll see how far we get. Alright, not enough sleep? Same here. Get some caffeine. Here's a Golden Axed, a cancelled prototype. Okay, and I saw, okay, because this was, oh, it's not even on here anymore. So it's like, this is like a prototype for a new Golden Axe game. But I remember seeing somebody who worked on this posted that it was kind of like crappy that they put this on Steam, because it was like, they kind of put this on Steam like it was like a joke, like, haha, look at how bad this is. But literally, like, the person who actually worked on it said, like, yeah, this was literally, it's a prototype that they that they wanted us to make, and like it was made in like a week or whatever, and like it was several years ago as well. So they're like, why are they just posting this on Steam all of a sudden? I don't know. So there's a little bit of drama with it. I haven't actually tried it, but whatever, it's probably not even worth trying. I don't know, it was just free. On your first cup. I don't really drink coffee, but I had a cup of soda. So I had some of my caffeine. Had some Mountain Dew. Got Golf with Your Friends, of course. I love Golf with Your Friends. Gotten to play it with people a few times. Actually, wait, on Friday. Wait, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Golf with Your Friends over on Noir Kyoko's channel. At least I'm assuming it's on her channel, because she's the one who organized it. So yeah, tomorrow, go check out, we'll do a shout out for Noir Kyoko. So I'll be over there tomorrow evening. Actually, also, I think she's starting her stream right now. Gone Home. Oh, I liked Gone Home. I remember this is like a big... Why is it mixed? What do you mean mixed? Mostly positive. This is from homophobes? Probably. What? Wait, what the heck? Jesus. Yeah, whatever. No, Gone Home was a cool game, because you just kind of explored this house and like uncover this story. So I don't know, I liked it. Super Nintendo. Here's Goose Goose Duck. I haven't played too much of this because it's just like Among Us, but with some more stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I played it with some people because they were like, "Oh yeah, let's play Goose Goose Duck," because it's like Among Us, but it's got like more stuff. There's more like stuff going on. But honestly, I felt like there was too much going on. It was too. I didn't understand what the hell was happening. Like you gotta look, you gotta like look at the manual because there's just like a whole bunch of rules to it. So I was like, this is too complicated. Here's Gothic 2. This is like an old school. This is an old school RPG. Yeah. I want to try this out more at some point, because I know it's pretty well regarded as far as like old school 3D RPGs. Like there's like just a lot of stuff you can do. I have Gothic playable teaser? I don't, whatever. I got GTA 5. Of course, like everybody does. Wait, what's going on in this picture? What? What is this? Is that a glitch? I don't even know what's going on. I got GTA 5 and I just played through the story and that was all I did. I didn't really mess around with the online stuff. I know that's what people are into these days. The online is a whole thing. I really didn't play any of that. Because I don't really like playing with random people, and especially random people who are playing GTA. That seems like it would be even worse. Oh yeah, I want to play some Grapple Force Reina. It's like a cool looking platformer. You got a grappling hook. Grappling hooks are cool. Grappling hooks are just fun by default. You got a game with a grappling hook, it's automatic. It's automatically fun. So I definitely want to try this out at some point. Let's see. What's Gray's counter? It looks like a shoot 'em up. Probably got it in a bundle. I think I got a bundle with a whole bunch of shoot 'em ups. Yeah, okay, it looks pretty cool. It's a shoot 'em up. Or Bullet Hell. Yeah, definitely Bullet Hell. So many bullets. Looks cool, I should try it out sometime. And of course we have Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Grezzy's been playing that. It's been a while actually since we played it. It's pretty cool. It's cool having like a 3D Ace Attorney game. Greetings. Oh yeah, this is just like a joke game. You just kind of walk through some hallways, that's it. Here's Grim Dawn. I want to get back into Grim Dawn at some point because I want to play like a Diablo style game. Grim Dawn is a pretty good Diablo game. Yeah. That's really all there is. That's about all there is to say about it. It's just a pretty good Diablo game. It is just straight up just Diablo. Just unashamedly. Just like, yeah, this is a Diablo game. We know what we're doing. Oh, there's Grow Home. This is kind of interesting. It's like a cute little 3D platformer. And like the whole thing is that you grow these vines to like make the platforms. And you just keep trying to go up as much as you can without falling down. And then I think I also have the sequel, which is Grow Up. I don't know what this did different. Maybe there's just some new platforming stuff. It looks kind of the same. Well, okay, it looks like, I guess you get even further away from the planet. Like, you can actually see the whole planet. I guess that's kind of the difference. Because the first one is just, you're just on, like, one island, and you just go up, like, from that island. But I guess this has, like, a whole, like, 3D world. Hello, Moon. Welcome. How are you doing today? We're continuing looking through the Steam library. Yep, here's Guacamelee. Guacamelee is a really cool Metroidvania. Wow, that's just straight up one of the statues from Super Metroid. Basically. Wait, what's... Is he supposed to be kind of like Link, but as a luchador? Yeah, this is a fun Metroidvania. I didn't finish it. I got to a part where it was like too hard. Oh, thank you for the head pets. Here you go. Yeah, I really like the art style. And it was pretty fun, but I got to a point where it was like just too hard and I just kind of stopped playing it. What's Guardians of Graxia? Wow, last played 2011. I haven't played this game for 11 years, mostly negative. Okay. Guess I probably don't need to play it again. There's some like tactical board game, card game thing. Yeah, okay. Okay, the Guild 2. This is kind of interesting because it was kind of like it was almost like The Sims, but like not exactly, but like in like a medieval thing. It was more of like a business simulator. Like it's mostly like a business simulator, but then you were also kind of controlling your character's life. So I don't. It was interesting. Guild Dungeon. Oh, Ultimate Edition. They upgraded since the last time I played it. Now fully built and remastered. Wait, do I actually need to play this again? Like, what did they change? Eh? All content. Oh, Pirates Cove. Oh, there were expansions? New classes, new monsters, new quest. Oh, okay. I might actually need to play this again if they've updated it that much. So I played this back when it came out. This is a fun game because it's like it's like a card thing, and you actually put down the rooms, so you build the dungeon as you're exploring it. And then the what are you bonking me for? What did I do? Like the combat was cool. This whole like card-based system is really good. So maybe I'll give that another look at some point if it's got new classes and stuff. What's Guild Quest? I don't remember this. So this is a free-to-play? This is a free-to-play game. Oh, it's like some idle game. Okay, whatever. Gunman Tales. Gunman Tales looks kind of interesting. So what is this? I like this pixel effect. Looks cool. I like the art style. Okay, and then the gameplay is like you're at the bottom of the screen and then you move around and shoot stuff. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it looks kind of interesting. Then you have duels. And then it says it can be like, okay, so apparently, like, which screen was it? Like, you see on this screen, you have kind of like an overworld. And so I guess it's sort of like a board game. Like, you take turns with the other players moving around, and then you have, like, the shooting levels or whatever. So it looks kind of interesting. I'd maybe like to try playing that with somebody. Gunman Tales? Yeah! Hello, Crow and Chroma. Welcome. How are you doing today? Yeah, it looks kind of cool. Oh, and it's got the remote play, so yeah, I should see if I can play that with somebody. Gunpoint. Wait, it's always weird to me. Some of these things have the remote play thing, but they're single-player games. I guess it's just if you just want to stream it. I don't know. It's a single-player game. I don't know why they have remote play, but yeah, Gunpoint was really cool. Who was the person that made this again? Oh, he made Heat Signature as well. Yeah. But yeah, Gunpoint was really cool because it was like a Hitman. Is it like Ronin? I'm not sure. I don't know what Ronin is like. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. It was like a Hitman style game, but then it had this whole hacking thing. Like, this is like the hacking view, which is what you could do is you could take like, you can make it so that like a light switch would trigger a door, or, you know, the elevator button would trigger like a sentry gun or something, like, and so so you would like trick people into like pushing buttons and stuff to make them do stuff. Yeah. At the puzzle elements, and it had like this like I think this is for like jumping. You could like aim your jumps like that. Because you kind of launch yourself, and so you could like tackle people with your jumps. That was like another big thing. I remember seeing the developer say that he regretted that he named it Gunpoint, because you actually really don't use guns that much. He was like, I don't know why I named it that. It doesn't really have anything to do with the game. Oh, that's more redeems. Here's a wink for you. Posture check. Yeah, false advertising. I guess it was like I think he just thought it sounded cool. Gunpoint. Oh, Guruman. This one was a fun little game. It was like, because yeah, it was like an action RPG. So you go into dungeons, and then I guess the thing was that I win. What? That's a weird screenshot. I win. Yeah, Guruman was really cute. Hi, Lumira. Welcome. Yeah, and I think I finished it. Oh, it's a Nihon Falcom. Yeah, it does look like a Nihon a Nihon Falcom game. But yeah, it was cool. Are you gonna lurk? Thanks for dropping by. Oh, here's Hacknet. Oh, I love Hacknet. Hacknet was a very cool game. Cause it's you're a hacker, and it like, I don't know, it's hard to describe it. Because like you actually like, it's not like totally realistic, obviously, but it tries to be like somewhat realistic to like real hacking. And so you're like doing this whole thing, and you're like exploring this whole like conspiracy, but like hacking into different computers and like looking at files and stuff. And like, yeah, you have to like look at files to like find people's passwords and all this shit. It was really cool. Oh, okay. These are just showing that it's in different languages, I guess. Okay. But yeah. It's a very cool game. Here's Half-Life. Good old Half-Life. Yeah, just a classic FPS. Honestly, I don't think it holds up that well today. There are some parts that are pretty just brutal. And not in like a fun and challenging way, but it's just like, you'll just die instantly. Even if you're like prepared. Half-Life 2, however, I think Half-Life 2 probably still holds up. Half-Life 2 is great. That's an experience. Man, 2004, huh? Jeez. I think it would probably still hold up. What a fun game. just a really fun FPS. It is, the main thing I remember is those freaking vehicle sections go on for way too long. Oh, you're gonna, oh. Hi, Gracie. I think you need to just send duel as one thing. There you go. Trying to duel me. Alright, let's go. Wait. Oh, there we go. For real this time. Alright, it's me versus my wife. Let's go, let's see. Found that out. Oh, Grezzy got a crit. Oh no, I missed. No, this isn't looking good. Oh no, wow, that wasn't even close. You just annihilated me. Good game, good game. How are you doing, Grezzy? Hope your day is going well. This is just a multiplayer Half-Life 2 deathmatch. She's just built different, yeah. Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Remember when this was gonna be a thing? And they released because they released Episode 1 and Episode 2. Yeah, Grezzy dominated Lumira, it's true. I mean, Episode 1, Episode 2 came out in freaking 2007. It's been since 2007 and they still haven't released Episode 3. And this ended on a cliffhanger. It ended on a cliffhanger. It's been 2007. Speaking of brutal, I will never get over how much I hated Sly Cooper 1 and the insta-death. Yeah. Sly Cooper 1... Because I mean, it was, you know, it was back in the day. So it was still kind of like... It basically went by, like, Super Mario rules. Like old Super Mario, where just you get hit and you die. I think it also had a thing basically equivalent to, like, the mushroom in Mario, where it gave you, like, one more hit. Right? There was something you pick up and it would be like, oh, you got one more hit. You can get hit twice. And Lemire Sly Cooper 2, yeah, that's also Grezzy's favorite. Sly Cooper 2 is great. Because they actually realized, like, oh yeah, we can make this like an open world thing. Yeah. And Sly Cooper 3 was also pretty good, but wasn't it like... The thing with Sly Cooper 3 was that it, like... Everything was like a mini game. It was just constant like mini games basically, or they just kept like everything was just like a different like thing or whatever. So it was like a little weird, which is kind of what happened with Spyro as well, isn't it? Like if you look at the first 3 Spyro games, because like the first one is like kind of basic, and the second one is like where they really like perfected it, and the third Spyro is like here's a bunch of mini games. So I feel like Sly Cooper and Spyro are kind of the same there. Wait, are those the same people? I can never remember which companies made which ones. Hold on. Wait, who made... Was Spyro Insomniac? Yeah, Spyro... And then wait, was Sly Cooper Insomniac? No. Sly Cooper is... Wait, what? Sucker Punch? Wait, huh? Wait, that doesn't sound right. Oh, no, yeah, Sucker Punch was the name. Wait, what? I totally forgot the name of Sucker Punch. See, I was just thinking of Insomniac and that other one. Saying, yes, that's exactly it. So, okay, they were made by different people. Sly and, Spyro. Because wait, what did Insomniac do at that time? Why can't I remember? Oh, Ratchet and Clank, right? Wait, why can't I find Insomniac games? There it is. Yeah. Okay, Insomniac was Spyro and Ratchet and Clank. What's the other team I'm thinking of that's always associated with Insomniac? What were you saying? Oh, Spyro 3 gets to be a dragon on skate. Yes, I love the skateboarding. I love the skateboarding in Spyro 3, because it was basically just they basically just used the Tony Hawk like engine, right? Oh my god, why can't I remember? Like, what's the other PS1? Oh, God, I can't. My mind is blank. The people who made Crash. That's what I'm trying to think of. Naughty Dog. Because then Naughty Dog did Jak and Daxter after they did Crash. Okay, that's what I was trying to think of. Anyway, that was just bothering me. Skateboard levels were your favorite, yeah. Spyro's better than Tony Hawk because Dragon. Yeah, that's true. Because, like, then in the skateboard levels, you had to do stuff with the fire breath, too. You had to, like, hit stuff with the fire breath while you were skateboarding. So there you go. Obviously better than the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Anyway, Half-Life 2. I see you too are a person of refined taste. Exactly. And there's Lost Coast. This is just like an extra mission for Half-Life 2, basically. It was alright. It's Half-Life... Oh, whoa, what is this? What's this art style? This is like a mod, right? The heck? Wait, what? This is a comic? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What you bonking me for, Moon? Half-Life Deathmatch Source. Okay. This is the multiplayer for the first Half-Life. Here's Hammerwatch. This is another Gauntlet-style game. Yeah. Maybe try that. Just bonking for the heck of it. Jeez. Whoa, look at those eyeballs. Gross. What? Oh, it's like a level editor? Okay, that's kind of cool. I think this is all the multiplayer, right? It's got remote play. Cooperative? Yeah. Play that with somebody. Just go through some dungeons, beat up monsters. Hand of Fate. This one was kind of interesting. Because it was an RPG, but like the progress in the game was determined through like cards. Yeah, it was like you would build a deck of cards of like possible, and the cards would be like possible encounters that you could have. And then like you have this wow. You have this this person, this like narrator guy who's like here you go, you can see it a little better here. Who's like drawing the card, this like fortune teller guy, basically kind of drawing them like a tarot reading kind of thing. And then it would also have some like choose your own adventure style like choices and stuff. Oh, Moon, Grezzy is trying to duel you. When did this come out? Like 2015. Here's Hard Reset. I really wanted to like this game because it's like a pretty cool looking FPS. Just like look at this. It looks so good. Love this like cyberpunk style. You got these like over the top guns. Look at this stuff. So I really wanted to like it, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into it for some reason. Oh, what happened? Wait. Oh no, Moon won. Dang. Hello, Rev. Welcome. How are you doing? Let me take a sip. Yeah, I really wanted to like it, but I just couldn't get into it. I see mixed reviews, huh? Wait. Kind of curious. Is that like quick style shooter? Such a cool setting and looks so good. You're halfway through the story and then the game just ends? Okay. Yeah. Just gonna wanted to lurk for a bit. Alright, thanks for dropping by. Chris, you're gonna fight everybody. Oh, wait, let's see. Oh, Grezzy, you're missing. Oh, okay, Rev is missing too. Oh, missing again. Okay, they're just dodging. Okay, Rev got a hit in. Grezzy, you gotta get some hits in. You gotta get some crits, really. Catch up with Rev. Oh, Rev's got a crit. Oh, this isn't looking good, Grezzy. This isn't looking good for you. Okay, Grezzy's got a crit. She's catching up a little bit. Oh, Rev got lucky with 2 crits in a row. Dang. Rev is now the champion, I guess. Or I guess Rev and Moon would have to duel to see who's the champion. Ooh, Hard West. I think I got this in a bundle. And it looks pretty cool, although the reviews are mixed. But it's like a... Well, okay, I was about to say it's Wild West. I guess you go into like the jungle at some point. Yeah, it's like this Wild West XCOM game. Wait, whoa, there's demons and stuff? Okay, alright, interesting. Let's check that out. It's got some, yeah, oh yeah, supernatural chaos and revenge. This sounds really cool and it looks pretty cool. Why are the reviews only like somewhat positive? Mostly about clicking to fulfill pointless tasks. To open up new areas of more pointless tasks? Huh. Wait, oh, so you have to do stuff in between the combat? Huh. RNG was really horrible to handle. Okay, I don't know. I still want to try it out at some point. GG, as if there were to be any other outcome. Wow, Rev. Getting a little smug. Here's a hat in time. I played this a little bit. I played like the first couple levels. I gotta get back into it at some point. It's a pretty fun game. It was a little different from what I was expecting. Because I was I wasn't expecting it to be like a linear, well, semi-linear. You can like choose which level to go to, but the levels themselves are pretty linear. I was kind of like, oh, you declined. Wow. Wow, Rev. Just no. Wait. Oh, okay, now you're challenging him. But yeah, I guess I was expecting it to be like Super Mario 64, and it wasn't exactly, which is fine. But I do want to give it another try at some point. Head snatchers. Okay, wait, how's the duel going? Okay, it's Rev is kind of behind. Yeah. Oh no, Rev, you're missing. That's not good. No. Oh, you got like one hit. No, Rev, come on, stop missing. Sorry, Rev. Looks like Moon is still the Pokemon champion. Yeah. Sorry, Rev. Someday someone will dethrone Moon. But I don't know, Head Snatchers was kind of fun. I think I played a little bit of this with Grezzy. Cause just like, it's like a brawler game. And isn't it like, well, you're in a toilet, wow. It's like you hit each other's heads off and then try to like keep them away from each other or something like that. Yeah. It was kind of weird. Maybe we can try playing it sometime. Here's Heat Signature. I love Heat Signature. Here, go fight Moon. Oh, okay. I got a challenge Moon. Moon, like you. Oh, Lumira. See, Lumira, you gotta get into the fight now, too. But alright, I'll fight Moon. I lost against Grezzy, but maybe I can avenge. I can avenge Grezzy and myself. I don't know. Ooh, I got a crit. Oh, Moon's missing. See, it's because I'm a small little crow. You can't hit me. Ow. You hit me. Come on, get like a crit. Come on. Okay, I got a hit. Oh, you missed. You're missing. I'm too fast. Ooh, I got a crit. Is that it? Yeah. Boom. Destroyed. Now I am the champion. I am the captain now. I'm the Pokemon champion. GG. You did your best. Is it like worse when somebody wins and they're like really nice about it? Like, like, oh yes, I beat you. Oh, you tried your best. You tried your best. Yes, the little crow beats the Gyarados. Wait, everyone fight Ergo? Here, Lumira, you haven't fought yet. Do you want to challenge me? What was that? I was talking about Heat Signature. Heat Signature is really cool. Because it's like you're boarding spaceships and just taking over the spaceship, basically. So it's like a stealth, like a Hitman style game, stealth, killing people. It was really cool because there's like just a huge variety in stuff that you could do. Because yeah, you could just do like crazy stuff. Like you could like jump out of the ship and then like fly through space and like come back in through like a different entrance and just do all kinds of stuff. So it was a lot of fun to play. Oh, you are challenging me, I see. Ah, you dare to approach me. Except, there you go. What? Wait, if you recall, it's the same name of a movie in Adventure Time? What, Heat Signature? Okay. You remember, like, the most obscure things, Gruzzy. I appreciate it. Oh, no! Oh, what is Lemire? Lemire's, one of the ninja... The cicada Pokemon. The ghost one. Oh, it's really close. Oh, I got the crit though. Ooh, that was a close one. Shedinja, yeah. Well, GG, that was a close one. You almost had me, but I got that crit at the end. I'm still the champion. Here's Heavy Burger. I want to play more of this. This is a really interesting idea. Because it's basically capture the flag. Because you have to get this money bag and then you bring it back to your base. Oh, as a Shedinja, technically you have one hit. Oh yeah, is that a thing? Shedinja just have one HP. Man, how do you even use one of those? But it's like, it's capture the flag game, but you go across like multiple arcade games, like as like the field or the stages or whatever. So it's a really interesting idea. Definitely want to play some more of it. Play it against somebody, either against or I could play with somebody against bots. Seems like that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, like go across this pool table. Yeah, looks pretty cool. I have Hell Yeah. That's the name, is Hell Yeah. Man, it's came out in 2012, wow. It seems pretty cool. I think I've like played it a couple times. It's like, so you're just a rabbit with like a big saw blade. Oh, also, wait, you guys are fighting? Hold on, sorry, I was missing it. Oh, Lumira beat Moon. So I guess so far Lumira would be like the second place champion. But you're like wait, and Grezzy, what were you saying? Hell has a game? Oh, like Hell Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, because her name, yeah. With the bug triumphs, I know, right? 2 crits. So I don't know, this seems kind of interesting. Crazy action-adventure platformer. Try it out at some point. Just a rabbit with a saw. Help will come tomorrow. What is this? Huh. This is like a survival game? It's just a bunch of people being sad. Just a bunch of people being sad, sounds about right. So like, okay, yeah, a group of passengers survives the catastrophe of the railway train. Okay. Huh. Seems kind of interesting. What's it got in a bundle? Heretic Shadow of the Serpent Riders. This is an old school shooter. Like, oh, look at how small these screenshots. Wait, the screenshots are smaller when you click on them. Why you always bonking me? I didn't do anything. But yeah, this is like a pretty cool old school shooter. And then, well, okay, Hexen is coming up later. There's Hero Academy, which this is from a while ago. Oh, it's no longer available. This was like a tactics RPG that you would play. It was like, I think it was like almost entirely multiplayer. I think it did have against CPU as well, but you were basically supposed to play in multiplayer. So you'd like just put your people on the board and fight. It was okay. A Heron's Quest, the Herald of Ragnarok. I mean, this is kind of interesting because it's like an RPG, but it's also kind of like a point-and-click adventure game. I like the art. I like the kind of old school art style. It looks cool. I think it was free. Yeah, it's free. So I don't know if that looks interesting to you. Go check it out. It was a little like complicated when I tried to play it. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. Let's see. Okay, and then we got the sequel to Heretic, which we were just looking at, which is Hexen, which was even just improved on everything. Okay, again, the screenshots are tiny. Yeah, Moon, I got rid of the nut sound alert because you were abusing it. You were using it too much, so I removed it. You're not allowed. But yeah, Hexen was just basically like even even better than Heretic. It's kind of improved. It had like the actual 3D stuff. Basically used like the Doom engine. And this is like an expansion pack. Hexen, Death Kings of the Dark Citadel. You can't touch. You were doing it too much. You were doing it too much. I didn't want it just constantly on the stream. So I think the whole thing with Hexen, it was just like a very like a metal kind of like a atmosphere. Super metal. Then Hexen 2, which I think also upgraded to another engine again. Yeah, there you go. Now you actually got 3D models and stuff. Looks cool. Old school shooters. I love old school shooters. Here's Hinterland. This is like man, 2008. This is like a Diablo style game. It was like a Diablo style game, and then also you were like building the town. Like you were like you were going on quests to actually try and like build up the town. Yeah. You're bonking me now. How dare you? Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll check it out again at some point. My god. Moon. Don't just spam the sound effects. Wait until it's an appropriate time to use them. It'll be funnier that way. There's Hitman Go, which is pretty cool. It was like, so it's like Hitman, but like a board game thing. Like move around. And it's like whenever you take a turn, the enemies take a turn, so you have to like time stuff right. I remember it was like kind of frustrating to get the timing right on some stuff. Here's Hob. I want to play this on stream at some point. It's like a Zelda style game. Yeah, it was cool. But not a lot of screenshots. Oh, here's good old Hollow Knight. Everybody knows Hollow Knight, right? I don't need to show you Hollow Knight. Everybody knows about this game. Yeah, cool. I didn't get super into it, but seems like a good game. Here's a Hotline Miami. Man, 2012. 10 years old now. So cute though. Yeah. Yeah, Hollow Knight is great. I love the art style in Hollow Knight. Hotline Miami is fun. And the kind of trippy storyline. I didn't really play Hotline Miami 2. I tried it out for a little bit, but I didn't get too far into it. I'm assuming it's just more of the same, kind of. You love the weird bug boys? Yeah. Yeah, I love all the character designs in Hollow Knight. We got Hot Shot Racing. This is pretty cool. I played this a little bit. I played this on stream, actually. Pretty cool, like Mario Kart style game. Hold on. Oh, getting hit by the police, I guess. Yeah, pretty fun. I have an extra copy of this. I might do like a giveaway stream of that. How to date a magical girl. Do I? Okay, this must have been in a bundle. Because I don't remember buying this. Whoa, what the heck? Excuse me? Oh no. Okay, psychological horror, huh? That is kind of a spoiler. It feels like they were trying to do like a Doki Doki Literature Club thing where they're like, oh look, it's cute, and then it's horror. But they put that screenshot. Here's a stretch for you. Oh, thanks for the stretch. Huh. So I guess it has like a horror twist at some point. You love cute horror, Lumira. Oh, there you go. Maybe check out How to Date a Magical Girl. It's got very positive reviews. Yeah, Hue. Huh. So like, do you like change the colors of things? Okay, it looks like it could be an interesting puzzle game. I like the art style. Take a look at that sometime. Just hunted the Demon's Forge. This is kind of interesting because it's like a hack and slash game, but then also like a Gears of War style third-person shooter, like with like cover and everything. Well, they're not showing a lot of that part, but yeah, like you could take cover and then you like shoot from behind it, like Gears of War. But there was also like just a hack and slash with the melee weapons. I played a little bit of it. It was kind of fun. Maybe try it again sometime. Here's Hyper Light Drifter. I really wanted to like Hyper Light Drifter because it's so cool. Like it looks really cool, and the it's got like pretty good game mechanics. It's like a almost like kind of Dark Souls style like combat system. It's like really well polished, but I think I got to a point where I couldn't figure out like where to go. Like I just I just got like totally lost, or not even lost, but like I just could not figure out like what my objective was, because it like doesn't really tell you. So I just kind of looked around and I got bored and I stopped playing it. Guess I'm just dumb. Oh, Hypnospace Outlaw. I love Hypnospace Outlaw. This is great because you're in Hypnospace Outlaw, you're playing as a moderator on like this on this kind of GeoCities website. Hey, look, here's Zane's page. And so, but then there's kind of like, as you're just kind of doing your thing, and it's like obviously very like late 90s internet. Well, it takes place in 1999. But as you're kind of doing your thing, like looking around at the web pages, you kind of uncover this whole conspiracy going on. Yeah, there you go. There's like getting your, like find like harassment, malicious software and stuff. Then you have to like ban people and whatever. Hey, here you go. Look at this old school MP3 player. Oh man, I love the aesthetic. This Halloween background. Oh man. Yeah, it's very cool. I'd maybe like to stream this sometime. Even though I've already finished the game myself. But I'd like to share it with people. These Iconoclasts. I wanted to like Iconoclasts, because this has some just top-notch pixel art. Like, look at these. Look at these. And it looks even better in the game, because the animation is great too. Yeah, the animation and everything, it's just like top-notch. But there's just something about the gameplay just got kind of boring after a while. You can see only mostly positive reviews. So I don't know. It just didn't quite get there, which is a shame, because I think this guy came out in 2018. I think he was working on it for a long time. Oh, and I want to see it. I think it was started in like 2012 or something. Like, when did when was Iconoclasts announced? In 2011. Yeah. So he was working on this game for a long time, and it was like mostly successful, but it wasn't like a huge thing. So I kind of feel bad for him because it was made by like one guy, which is impressive. Like, he did all the art and everything. So like, appreciate all the hard work that went into it, but it just didn't quite. It was good, but not great, I guess. Inside My Radio. What the heck is this? Is this a rhythm game? Oh, a rhythm platform game. Interesting. Your every action needs to be right on beat. That's an interesting idea. Okay. Like a Crypt of the Necrodancer kind of thing. You have to do everything on the beat. Okay, that could be cool. Here's Instant Dungeon. I remember this one. This one was like, okay. I remember I was kind of confused because I thought it was going to be like a roguelike game. But it's like a Pac-Man game. But just you're going around a dungeon. So yeah, because you're like going around the maze and there's like monsters and stuff and power-ups. So it's kind of like a Pac-Man style game. Here's Inversion. Oh, Inversion was cool. I actually quite like this, even though it's mixed reviews. It's kind of like because it's kind of like a generic like Gears of War thing, but then it adds like a bunch of like gravity mechanics and stuff, which is fun. So you have like parts where there's like people like standing on the ceiling, like there's people like walking around on the ceiling shooting down at you. You have to like change which direction gravity is going in. And then I think you have like, yeah, here you go. There's people like up on the wall that you're shooting at. And it's like parts where there's zero gravity. Yeah, there's parts where there's zero gravity, and you have to like use your gun to like propel yourself around. Like it'll like change your direction. Like you'll go backwards, you know, from the direction you're shooting, and stuff like that. So it does some cool stuff, I think. And the story was actually kind of interesting. It had like a pretty cool twist. Let's see. Invisible Ink. Ooh, Invisible Ink is really good. This is a turn-based stealth game. So it's like, yeah, you gotta sneak around, knock out the guards, hack into stuff. It's a very cool game. And you get like upgrades. It was also like a roguelike, so you get like the persistent upgrades and stuff. Very cool game. I mean, it's from Klei. God, they make so many games. Because yeah, this is from the people that make Don't Starve. Which made Don't Starve, Oxygen Not Included, Griftlands. Ooh, full campaign. Oh, okay. I know Griftlands. Hold on, the scrolling is weird. Griftlands was in early access for a while, but it looks like, I guess the full campaign is not available. Wait, Hot Lava? That looks like a different thing. Yeah, they did Mark of the Ninja. Was that their first game? No, wait, Don't Starve was, I guess. Wait, it's Mark of the Ninja Remaster. I think Mark of the Ninja was their first game. Wait, they didn't make Crypt of the Necrodancer? Wait, did they? No. Did they publish it, maybe? Yeah, okay, they published it. Oh no, wait, Shank was their first game. And then, I think, the original Mark of the Ninja. And then Don't Starve. And then Invisible Ink. And then Oxygen Not Included. And then Griftlands is the most recent one they did. Which is like a card-based roguelike. I played a little bit of it when it was early access. I want to try it some more. So yeah, Invisible Ink. Here's Ion Fury. This is like a... Well, it's 2019, but it's like an old school style shooter. I think it uses like the Duke Nukem 3D engine Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I wanna try playing that. Love me some old school shooters. Here's Iris and the Giant. I played this on stream. This was like one of the first games I streamed. It's a card-based roguelike. It was pretty okay. It was really challenging. Like, I got to some... I stopped playing it on stream because I got to a point where I literally like just had no idea how I could even beat some of these fights. Yeah, oh, we got Iron Brigade. Didn't this change names? It used to be called like Trench or something. They had to change the name for some kind of copyright reasons. So this is like you're in a mech and you're fighting aliens. And I think there's also tower defense stuff. Yeah, there you go. You can see some tower turrets and stuff. Yeah, I think I remember it being pretty okay. I think I played it like not even on... Yeah, there you go. You fight these like TV monsters. Wait, is that... Oh, okay, this must be in Egypt, I guess. You see the pyramid back there. I think I played this on like the 360. I think it might have had like a free-to-play version or something. Here's an Iron Fisticle. This is another... We've been seeing a lot of Gauntlet-style games today. It's another Gauntlet-style game. It looks pretty fun. I might want to play this with somebody as well. It's also multiplayer. Yeah, you just go through these dungeons. You just slash through the monsters. You get points. Try to get a high score, basically. Some kind of bonus level, I think. Yeah. And it's got like boss fights at the end of each each dungeon. So it's got a little bit of like a roguelike thing to it. But it's just kind of like an arcade game. Just trying to get the high score. Iron Grip Warlord. I actually played this for a little bit. Because this is a, it's like a multiplayer shooter. And it had... Yeah, okay, you can see there's a top-down view. It had like an RTS thing. So like it was like a multiplayer shooter. You'd have two teams. And each team, I guess, was trying to get to the other team's base and destroy it or whatever. And so it's like a little bit of like a League of Legends kind of thing. You had like, you know, mobs that were just constantly advancing, and so then the player-controlled people were trying to fight each other and stuff to try and make sure that your army would get to the other team's base and destroy it. And then, yeah, the thing was one player would be the commander. Let me see. I can find another screenshot. One player would be the commander, and they would have this top-down view of the whole battlefield. Here's another one. Yeah, they'd have this top-down view. You'd even see, like, yes, and they would control, like, which units you would produce. And they could, like, tell people where to go. The thing is, yeah, and then you could even, so the other players on your team, you could even give them commands, but obviously since they're human players, that didn't necessarily mean that they would do what you tell them to do, because they're just people playing an FPS game. So it's definitely an interesting idea. Yeah, it's got very positive reviews. 2008, it's probably dead now, there's probably nobody playing this, right? Bring it back, you monsters. Okay, it sounds like it's dead. Yeah, see, it would be kind of cool if they did like a new version of that. Iron Snout, what is this? This is a free game? This is a free game. This is, okay, and it's just like... So you're standing in one place and just fighting everything that comes towards you. Oh, yeah, okay, looks alright. Islanders. Yeah, this one is alright. This is like, it calls it a strategy game, but it's a puzzle game, really. Yeah, this is basically a puzzle game, because you want to place the buildings in the way that'll give you a high score. And so, like, the buildings have different rules to them. Like, based on, like, it'll be like, oh, you got farm plots, and you got, like, you'll get, like, windmills or something. Yeah, you see a windmill over here, and then it's like, oh, when you put the windmill near the farm, you get points. And then, this is like a market, and then it's like when you put a market near a house, you get points, stuff like that. And so, yeah, and then so you just kind of try to keep and you have like a limited selection. It's like almost like a card game. Like you have like a hand of buildings that you can put down. And so you're basically trying to continue to like build up your score before you run out of buildings, I guess. Yeah. So that's a cool idea. It's 6 random characters and a single floor dungeon. That's the whole game. So it's an interesting idea. You just get, you get 6 random characters and a random dungeon, and you just have to beat the dungeon with the characters you get, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Seems alright. Here's It'll-Do. This is it's like a small, like, Zelda style game. Like, very Zelda. Very 2D Zelda. And then, yeah, you just get different items. Just get, like, a sword and, like, an ice wand and whatever. Yeah. It was alright. It was kind of short. Yeah, I think I beat it in 3 hours. But then I think there's some alternate, like, stuff you can do. There might be some, like, alternate paths to beating the game. I think I just did, like, kind of the standard... Yeah. The standard way to beat the game. Jackbox Party Pack, of course. Is it Jagged Alliance Gold? What is this, exactly? Oh, this is an old game. Oh, 1994. Holy crap. What is this? Oh, this is like an old school XCOM style. Well, they really don't show much of the gameplay. Oh, there you go. I've run out of lead. Oh, wait. Oh, it's just the beginning again. So you have like characters and it's like a tactical RPG thing. I like agility, dexterity, wisdom. Just like D&D stats.
It looks like you get to visit the
bonus bean room. That's right, we're going to the bonus bean room in Jazzpunk Director's Cut. This is a weird little game. It's pretty funny. It's like an adventure game. Yeah, it was just this kind of bizarre, like, adventure game, and you're like a spy or something. Then it goes kind of off the rails, because there's a point where you're like in some kind of meat world. Just in some kind of meat world. I don't know. Jet Set Radio. That's a classic. Yep. Skate around, paint graffiti. Do some skating tricks. Yeah, I gotta play it some more sometime. I've only played it a little bit. We got Giovanna. I think this came up because somebody recommended it. It's a free exploration game. I like it. It looks kind of Breath of the Wild style graphics. Looks kind of cool. So I figured I'd try it out because it's free. Maybe I'll stream it sometime. Joe Deaver's Lone Wolf HD Remastered. So this is based on some like choose your own adventure books with RPG stuff. I played it quite a bit. It was pretty good. I like a pretty decent RPG combat system. And then in between the combat you have, it's not really showing it much, but you have like you make choices and stuff. Yeah, it literally has like you're reading a book. Is there going to be a part 3 of looking at games? Probably, because the stream won't go super long. And I'm only in the J's. We're still in the J's. We got a ways to go. Yeah, we're at like, because we A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Yeah, we're only like, we're less than halfway through the alphabet. Yeah, Jolly Rover. This is a point-and-click adventure game with dogs. Yep, dogs. It's like a Secret of Monkey Island or whatever, but with dogs. I don't know. It's got very positive reviews. We got Jotun. This looked interesting. I think I got this for free. Definitely weird art style. Like, what even is this game? Wait, is that you? Is that the player? This little dot down here? Like, what even is the gameplay of this game? Like, I can't tell. Yeah, okay, I guess that's, like, the player. And, like, what, you, like, summon the gods or something? Like, I can't tell what the gameplay of this is. It's just art. It's just cool art. Hey, here's Jump Force. I think Jump Force is offline now, right? There you go, you can be Gon and Vegeta and Luffy and Zoro. Yusuke. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! This is kind of fun to play for a while. There you go, Hisoka. Where's JoJo? They don't even show the JoJo characters. Toguro. Kurapika. Yeah, they don't even show the JoJo characters, wow. Oh yeah, Just Cause 2. Oh, I love Just Cause 2. This is so much fun. So much fun, you just blow up everything. Like, it was funny, like, it was really, like, the story missions, like, did not even matter. They're not even, the story isn't even that long. If I remember right, I think I beat, like, the story missions, like, pretty quickly. But most of the game is really just, going around the world and just destroying everything. It was a lot of fun. It was, like, a huge open world. I'm using the grappling hook. Any game with a grappling hook is automatically fun. There was a multiplayer mod, which I never got to try out. Imagine that would just be even more chaotic. I think this, yeah, okay, so this was like officially like recognized by the developers, I think, yeah. I think it was made by a fan, but they like, the developers liked it so much that they just officially, they made it like an official multiplayer mod. You get Cow the Kangaroo. This was free, I think. I think there was like one day where it was like free. Oh, it's 99 cents now. This is like an old school 3D platformer. I think it's like a port of like a PS2 game. Yeah. Yeah, it looks alright. Oh, it's got very positive reviews. Wow. Maybe I should actually play it. I played it a little bit. Oh, we got Kawaii Dethu Desu. This isn't very good, I'll be frank. I tried this game out. There's literally, like, there's no... The gameplay is just nothing. Like, it's just nothing. Because it's like a rhythm game, but you don't even need to have rhythm. Because it's basically just enemies attack you from the right and left, and you just press right or left to attack in that direction, and that's it. Like, that's all you have to do. You just hit them. There's no moves or anything. You're just hitting the enemies as they come at you. It's just kind of whatever. Kentucky Route Zero. Okay, that's different. They changed the banner. Kentucky Route Zero. It's definitely an interesting game. It took forever to come out. Oh, and you gotta go, Grezzy. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tonight. Yeah, because this was like one of those... Remember when everything... Well, actually, people still do it. But remember when everything had to be like an episodic game? Like they would just release parts of the game? Kentucky Route Zero was one of those. And it just sort of took forever for the episodes to come out, so I kind of lost interest in it. It's just like very kind of surreal. Like a bizarre adventure game. Like it seemed interesting, but I just kind of lost interest in it because it took forever for it to come out. What's Con versus Con? Turn-based strategy game where two is going to be the best and achieve one of the 5 victory types. Wait, so what is this? What? I will feast on your bones. Wait, what is this game? What? Is this like based on a board game? What is this? This doesn't even have, it only has 4 reviews. Ooh, I kind of feel bad for them. Nobody's even played this game. I think I got it for free. Comfy tabletop game? Yeah, that's what I figured. It seems like it's a port of like a board game. Hard to tell what's going on. Very laggy. Yeah, okay. That's part 69. I mean, after the first 68 parts. Got Killing Room. What the heck is this? Should I even... This must have been out of bundle. Whoa. What the heck? I mean, alright. Looks okay. Oh, okay, and it's a roguelike FPS. Okay. Mostly positive. It looks like it could be kind of interesting just to play for. We got a fly swatter for a weapon. Wait, and then you pick locks. What? Wasn't expecting that. Weird baby heads. Lots of traps. Alright. Ooh, King of Dragon Pass is a really interesting old school game. It's like very choose your own adventure and kind of like management. These duck people? Excuse me? What? Sorry, I was just reading this. They're like, don't be mean to the duck people. Whoa. That's disturbing. Yeah, it was like this really in-depth, like, management game. You like manage your like tribe and whatever. Let's see. Ooh, Kingdoms and Castles is kind of cute. So yeah, you build, it's like a little city builder game. You build like big castles with the walls and stuff, because then I think you get attacked by like Vikings or whatever. Well, they don't even show the combat. But yeah, you want to like build the castle walls or to like fight when you get invaded. It's a cool little game. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This is a decent game. Action RPG. It looked pretty nice. It's like fun to explore. The combat was pretty good. Oh. And like, I don't really remember the story at all though. It was probably fine, I guess. Kingsway was really interesting. I really wanted to like this, but I couldn't really get into it because it's like this RPG, but you're playing it through this like old school Windows format. So you have like all these windows that you have to manage, like your inventory and everything. So it's like a cute little idea. But I remember like was it like, it was like just very difficult. Like it was very easy to die. But I definitely like the idea. Let's see, Knights of Pen and Paper +1 edition. So this is like an RPG, and the format of it is that you're like a bunch of people playing D&D. So you have like the table of people playing D&D here. Which is a cool idea. I wish it kind of like went into that more, because it basically just plays like a regular RPG. It was pretty cool. We got Konung 3 Ties of the Dynasty. Okay. This is definitely in a bundle. I did not buy this. Okay, this is kind of like an old school... What is this? What is this game? I don't know. It's a weird looking game. Scandinavian and Slavic mythology. Okay. Wow. Key features. Possibility of characters' interaction with various objects. Oh wow. That sounds amazing. I love it when people interact with various objects. Kotodama, The Seven Mysteries of Fujisawa? High school visual novel. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, and then you have to do... Oh, it's one of these games. It's one of these games. Oh dear. Okay, let's... We won't look at that on stream. Kunai. Oh, this looks kind of cool. I like the style. You just got this like happy face. Well, like your head is like a tablet, but then you're like a ninja. Yeah, he's so happy. Oh, now he's angry. Yeah, this looks kind of fun. I want to try this out at some point. We got very positive reviews. All right. It's Kin. A world where Viking mythology collides with magic. Okay, whoa. Look at how much stuff he has in his inventory. What is this? This is an MMO? What is this? Okay, it's like a top-down RPG thing. Whoa. He's killing all those dudes. Party-based combat with exploration and progression. Yeah, role-playing strategy game. Okay. Ooh, Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. I don't know why it says I have 0 hours on it. I definitely played this. I finished it. This is a fun game. Wait, why does it have mixed reviews? Is there like a problem with it? Like technical problems? Because the game itself is fun. Rendered use... Okay, here's like a little rant I'll go on. It's like a little rant I'll go on. It kind of bothers me when people give a negative review to a game just because they don't have a controller. Like... Oh wait, oh no, I haven't played this one. This is the sequel to Okay, I played Guardian of Light. This is a sequel to it. Okay, I should actually play it then. But like, they give a negative review just because you don't, like, have a controller? Oh wait, very bugged for co-op? Huh. Okay, it does not start at all. Controls are clunky. Okay, whatever. Seems like people are having technical issues with it. But maybe I'll check it out. Maybe that'll be something... Do a co-op game with somebody. Oh yeah, we got Learn Japanese to Survive. So there's 3 of them. I think Kanji is the first one. Yeah. So you got like RPG combat. Yeah, and you like fight. I think, yeah, it's like RPG combat and then you fight by like translating what the symbols are. It's kind of an interesting idea. So you learn Japanese like while you're playing this RPG. I think they're all, I can think, basically the same, but just with different stuff. Oh wait, okay, this is the introduction one. Okay, it looks like they improved a bit because yeah, this one is kind of like default. This is like default RPG Maker stuff. And I guess this is the second one, right? Looks like this one they actually got custom. And this is the third one. Yeah, Katakana War. Hello, Danny. Ooh, wow. Oh, you're actually in Japan for this one. Welcome, Danny. I'm looking at my games on Steam because I have so many games. But yeah, I do want to play these at some point so I can learn Japanese to survive. Left 4 Dead 2. Of course, we all know Left 4 Dead 2. When this come out? 2009. Still good. Love Left 4 Dead. Yeah. I'm doing good. How are you? Let's see, we got Legend of Grimrock. This is a cool dungeon crawler. It's like first person. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Ah, you just woke up? Cool, cool, cool. Fight this little mushroom man. Oh, and then I had like a level creator. But yeah, it was a cool dungeon crawler. And they made a sequel. which in this one you get to actually you're outside the you're actually outside. Whoa. But also still, this one's kind of creepy because you just see this one guy standing weird over here. I remember, like, yeah, it had like just a lot of really difficult puzzles and stuff. Because yeah, there's, you know, there's the combat obviously, but really the puzzles were the thing in both of these games. The Legend of Grimrock and Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. I've streamed this for a while. Pretty cool RPG, and this is the sequel. Legend of Korra. Oh, this isn't for sale anymore, is it? This one is interesting because it is based on the Legend of Korra show, obviously, and it was made by like Platinum Games. Like, it was made by the people that made, you know, Bayonetta and stuff. So the combat was pretty decent. It was like very short though. I'm surprised I even have 12 hours in it. I think, okay, because it had a game mode where you could play like there was like a sport basically that you could play, and I played that a lot. That was fun. Yeah, Let It Die. This Let It Die was really interesting. Aren't they making like a sequel to this? This is like a free-to-play, like kind of a free-to-play kind of Dark Souls style game, I think. Oh, they didn't translate the screenshots. And it's like very like just kind of bizarre post-apocalyptic stuff. So it seemed really interesting. I didn't get too far into it though. You have Leviathan Warships. Not available for sale. If I remember right, this was like a... You had boats, and you made them fight other boats. Yeah, Light of Altair. I played this one for a while, back in 2009. It was like, because I liked, it was, you colonize like the whole planet. Like, I think this is like the moon or whatever. So it's like, yeah, you like build stuff across the whole planet. So that was cool. I remember the combat was just kind of whatever. I didn't really care about it. There's Lily, Child of Geos. This is like a little adventure game thing. You walk around and you talk to these wood people. And you do like little quests for them. It was alright. Here's Little Nightmares. I'm surprised. I don't even know why I have this. Must have gotten in a bundle. I haven't actually played it myself, but I've seen lots of other people play Little Nightmares. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Here's Littlewood. Littlewood I really liked. It's because it's like a Animal Crossing type of game, and like you can completely, like, you build the entire village. Like you can like totally like terraform everything and all of that. Just like New Horizons. Yeah, and you like place all the buildings and stuff. And you have a bunch of quests. There's no combat or anything. It's all gathering like the materials and like crafting stuff. Yeah. So I played it for a while. I got a little bored. I played 18 hours. I got a little bored of it. Because it does get pretty repetitive. You have to grind for some stuff later on. But I liked it. Oh yeah, Loadout. I remember Loadout. I think it's dead. I'm surprised it's still on here. Wait, 90%? Yeah, it's no longer available on Steam. Loadout was a really interesting multiplayer shooter. Because what you would do is you would like build your gun. So you can make like some really weird guns. It was definitely like a cool idea. Yeah, here you go. Here it is. This is what I spent most of the time customizing my gun. Just look at this. That's cool. That's so cool. Like, you customize it. You like, yeah, you like put different stock to put a different trigger, put different scope on it, different magazine. And you put like elements on it. It's like this one's like electric. You turn it into a rocket launcher. It's a really cool idea. But I think it's dead now. It was multiplayer only. There was no single player or anything. I think it was free, too. Lobotomy Corporation. Hi, Ray. Steam Library Review Part 2. We're in the L's. We got to the L's. You're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Might get some water in just a second, and I'll be back. Yep. Inspired by the SCP Foundation. Yeah, this is straight up SCP simulator. She's like containing all the things. So yeah, I think I wanted to like this, but I tried to play it, and it's like pretty complicated. I just couldn't really get into it. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely cool. It's definitely cool making like a SCP Foundation simulator. I like the idea. Oh, the long dark here. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna get some water. Be right back. Hello. I'm back. I have water. Also, how are you doing, Ray Helix? Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. Taking a look at the long dark. You can see I have played 246 hours of this. So I like this game a little bit. You know, they might have, I think they've updated it since the last time I played it too. So maybe I should get back into it at some point. I know they've been working on this game forever. Still recovering, but you're feeling better today? Oh no! But yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh no, a bear. But yeah, I really enjoyed The Long Dark. It's just like a survival game. It's just very like... Because I like I like games where you can just rummage around, if that makes sense. Like my favorite thing playing like the 3D Fallout games, playing like, you know, Fallout 3 and New Vegas. My favorite thing was just rummaging around. I like just looking through everything, like, oh, what's in here? What's in here? And that's like what 50% of The Long Dark is, just rummaging around and stuff. I just really enjoy that. The other 50% is walking around in the snow. So yeah, and I know they've been working on the story mode for a long time. Oh Moon, you won the jump game without even jumping. Or did you jump? I don't know. I wasn't looking. They've been working on the story mode like forever. Did they ever freaking finish it? There was an update in December. You jumped? Oh, okay. You just didn't use the command in the chat, so I missed it. Anyway. There is an update in December. Wait, this is a dev diary. Wait, so it's not even an update. Wait, what? It says major update. Campaign, the survival mode update, perilous constraint. Wait. There you go. And then, okay, in October they had episode 4 of the story. Okay. They're still working on it. Wait, what's this new game mode? Oh, Moon, you got the first redeem. See, people don't all know about it yet. But yeah, if you think you're the first in chat, there's a first redeem you can get. You can be the first person to do it. So what's... Oh, wait. Blackrock... Oh, is this like a prison? There's like a prison area? Connects to Pleasant Valley via transition zone and to Timberwolf Mountain via a cave system. Noisemaker from episode 4 is not available for crafting. So 7 days to... Oh, yeah, I remember when we were looking at 7 days to die. That was crazy. That one definitely has the crown for like the longest development. So wait, what's the perilous constraint mode? Oh wait, that's just the name of the update. Okay. I see. Oh, ballistic vest. Wait, well, okay, yeah, nobody's gonna be shooting at you, but just, I mean, I guess a bulletproof vest helps against wildlife attacks as well. Sure. Oh, and then this is like stuff they're doing in the... Yeah, they're still working on it. They're still working on it. At some point, maybe I'll come back and check out what's new in the updates. The Lord of the Rings Online, never actually played this. I think it's just here because it was free. I mean, it looked kind of interesting. I've never seen anybody play this. Does anybody even play this? Oh, you can get dogs. You know, Lord of the Rings. Get some dogs. There's a dwarf. Like, I don't know. Could be interesting. But I have no idea what it's like. It's mostly positive. Is it still active? Wait, I just saw an update. Yeah, hold on, there was an update last month. So, okay, there's still... This is an active game, I guess. Alright. If you want an MMO for Lord of the Rings, there you go. Oh, here's Lost Ark. We all know about Lost Ark. We've all seen Lost Ark. We're all tired of Lost Ark, right? It's whatever. That's a cool screenshot. Yeah, Lost Ark, it's fine. I streamed it. The Lost Crown, a ghost hunting adventure? What is this? Okay, you got cameras. Okay, it's got some Phasmophobia stuff going on. Well, it's like a point-and-click adventure game? Oh, it's from 2008. Oh, this is an old game. I mean, it looks kind of interesting. Might check that out sometime. Lovecraft's Untold Stories. Yeah, I got this in a bundle. It looked kind of interesting. So, like, what? It's like a roguelike, right? Yeah, it's an action roguelite with RPG elements. So randomly generated levels. Fight cultists and monsters. Prove your gear, solve puzzles. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. There's a big bee. Graveyard. Difficulty. Awakening of Cthulhu. Oh, better stop that. So it's like an action game. Okay. Looks interesting. Gotta try it out. Lucid 9. What is this? It's a visual novel, if I had to guess. It's a visual novel. Okay, I don't know. I guess this is just from when I was trying out random free games. Web of Intricate Mysteries. Okay, cool. What is this? This looks bizarre. Luxuria Superbia. Touch to color petal. What? Bring joy to the flower. What the heck is this? The poetry of pleasure. Feel rewarded. What in the world is this? A simple game of touch, pleasure, and joy. Colorful musical journey. What is this? I have no idea. What? The description is like a poem? What is this? Let's see. I've tried to enjoy it, but it was truly painful. This game is a weird metaphor for intercourse. What? Oh. Oh, I see. R-rated innuendos? Huh. I think I just gave the computer an orgasm. Okay. Wait, this company's games usually put message over gameplay? Who is this? Oh, this is Tale of Tales. Oh, this is the people that made that one. Oh yeah, the graveyard. Luxuria Superbia, okay. Huh. Alright. Mabi, oh, is this some other free to play MMO that I didn't actually play? Yeah, looks like crap. Machinarium. Oh, this is a cool little point and click adventure game. Yeah, like very cool art. You're like a little robot guy and you're trying to make your way through this robot city. It was cool. Some of the puzzles, like with a lot of point and click adventure games, some of the puzzles are pretty obscure. Mad Max, I really like this game. It's not like it has problems. Like the combat is pretty repetitive. But like it was just fun to play. I wish there was more car combat, because it has the car combat, but there's just not enough of it. That was a lot of fun. I loved the car combat. But it's like 80% melee combat. And like it's fine. It's like a Batman Arkham Asylum style gameplay. Where you got the hitting and the dodging and the countering, all that stuff. It was pretty fun, and I like the exploration. I like the world, even though it's just like a big desert. They managed to make it like interesting to explore. Mafia 2, and then Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. Oh, mixed reviews. Yeah, Mafia 2 is pretty good. When did Mafia 2 Classic come out? Didn't I finish this game? Maybe I watched somebody else play this game. Yeah, Mafia 2 is pretty fun. Let's go out 2011, dang. But yeah, it was a fun little GTA kind of game. Mixed, is it buggy? Yeah, I guess so. It's funny when I think we found another game that was like this, where they had like a remake, and the remake was worse reviews than the original. Let me take a look. Yeah, weird that the definitive edition is mixed, right? I mean, here's positive. Okay. So much for a definitive edition. It started out alright, but the further I played, the more issues showed up. New graphics for the bonus person. Nice. Physics is gone unless you delete a file? Oh, the physics is gone? That's weird. Characters' eyes can be stuck in a certain spot, and dialogue in one of the last chapters play all at once over each other. Oh no. Every time you go into Joe's apartment complex, the cops describe what you look like. I like that out of context. Why would they remove the physics? I don't know, that's weird. They just like fucked it up, I guess. All in all, you're better off just playing the original version with some mods. I just like that out of context. Every time you walk into your apartment, the cops are just describe you. Magic duels. Oh wait, this is just magic, right? Or who even is this even like the current? They're always like releasing. Oh wait, this is like the console game, right? Or no? I don't know. Whatever. It's Magic the Gathering. Mahjong. Just Mahjong. That's the whole title. And it's not even like actual Mahjong, it's Mahjong Solitaire. Yeah, just some Mahjong Solitaire. I think I got this in a bundle or something. All reviews mostly positive, recent reviews mixed. Oh wait, and which one? Oh, and Magic Duels. Yeah, I mean, I think, isn't there's like a more recent one. This is from 2015. There's like a more recent Magic game, isn't there? So this one's probably like out of date or whatever. Maidens of a Hollow Dream. What is this? Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Just looking at these thumbnails, I don't think I should show this on the stream. I think I got this in a bundle, okay? Don't judge me. I haven't played it. Mainlining. Ooh, mainlining was pretty interesting. It's, so yeah, it's... Because, like, I always like games that have this aesthetic where you're, like, in an operating system. Oh, for the recent reviews to be mixed, that means there have been some unpleasant developments. That's what I was saying. Maybe it's just dead. Because obviously the focus would be on multiplayer. Maybe there's just nobody playing it. Like, everybody's moved on to, like, another Magic the Gathering game. But yeah, this is an interesting, like, hacking game. Because, you're actually, like, a counter hacker. Like, you're trying to catch the hackers. And I just like the aesthetic of, it has, like, a whole operating system. Pizza deliverer, since it's 25 years for software development. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Oh yeah, and then when you're like, there's like stuff that happens like in real time too, so you have like Google Maps open to track like where people are moving and stuff. So it's definitely interesting because you're playing like on the government side. Yeah, censorship, data, propaganda. Majesty 2. Remember the original Majesty game? So that one was pretty good. This one is not so good, I think. Look at this guy. the tax collector. Yeah. He's like, meh. Yeah, I love the original Majesty game. And Majesty 2 is just like, oh, it's Majesty with 3D graphics, but like, I don't know, the game mechanics just didn't quite work. What's Maho Tori? Magic Bird? Huh, wow, very positive. Wait, what? Which of these superheroes is blind? Wait, what is this? How many lives will your ignorance ruin? What is this game? What does Shrek compare ogres with? What, is this like a trivia game? Who is the Prince of the Saiyans in the anime Dragon Ball Z? I know all these answers. In which of these TV shows is there a place called the Upside Down? Yeah, this must be on easy mode. This is easy. What is this? What's like the point of it, though? Lariat the Witch will make your wish come true if you win a game of trivia, but if you lose, something dark will happen instead. Okay, so there's kind of like a story, and then you do like a trivia game? All these questions are way too easy. Yeah, maybe this is like the first level. Maybe it gets more difficult as you go on. That's kind of interesting, though. Okay, so it's like a trivia game, it's got like a story to it. Maybe check that out on a stream sometime. Mana Spark. It had very positive reviews, too. Okay, this is Hyper Light Drifter. It's a Hyper Light Drifter knockoff. Yeah. Looks... yeah, it's a top-down action game. Okay. It's always weird to me when the screenshots don't show me any of the UI, or maybe there is no UI. I don't know, looks fine. Mandagon. That's some interesting pixel graphics. Or not even pixel, actually. Never mind. From a distance it looks like pixel graphics, but it's actually more detailed. I mean, looks interesting. Oh, are you this little square? Is that the character? A world inspired by Tibetan theology and philosophy. Oh, cool. Very positive. Alright, maybe I should look at that sometime. Oh, it was free. That's why I have it, too. Played it for 30 minutes, apparently. Maple Story 2. There's another just free-to-play thing. Oh, it's not even available anymore. Marbles on stream. See, I couldn't get this to work. I tried to do it back when I did our debut streams. I tried to do marbles on stream, but it like didn't work. It wouldn't connect to the chat. But I'm gonna try it again sometime. Marie's Room. This is like a short little free story game. Because I think you just, and again, this goes back to what I was saying with like the Long Dark. I like games where you can just kind of poke around. You can just look at stuff. And I think it's just like, you look at stuff and it like uncovers this story. It's just like a short free game. Here's Mark of the Ninja. First game from Clay. Or well, the second game, actually, after, because they made a game called Shank. Mark of the Ninja was their first like really successful one, I think. Please don't play marbles on stream, why not? Yeah, Mark of the Ninja is really cool though. Very good stealth mechanics. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Last time I played, you had a 59 loss streak. I'm sorry. Maybe you should just try rolling your marble better. Marvel Heroes Omega. Is this not available anymore? It's not. This was a Marvel MMO. Oh, you're talking about Mark of the Ninja? You never played it? Oh, see, yeah, I know you play Clay games, so I was wondering if you had played it. Yeah, it's a very good stealth platformer. I think that was where Clay really started to like hit their stride. Yeah, Marvel Heroes Omega. I played it for a little bit. It was like a Marvel MMO. I guess they shut it down. Oh, master levels for. We looked at Doom already. I need to look at it again. You play a Clay game. Oh, I thought maybe you had also played like Don't Starve or something, but I guess I was remembering wrong. Master of Magic. I played a ton of this back in the day. I loved Master of Magic. You've tried to get into Don't Starve several times, but you just don't get it. Wait, I'm surprised you play Oxygen Not Included. That's way more complicated than Don't Starve. Although I guess I kind of understand, because with Oxygen Not Included, you kind of have like a tech tree. You kind of have stuff to follow, whereas Don't Starve is kind of like you just kind of have to poke around and find stuff. But I loved Master of Magic. Wow, look at this combat. Hold on. But this is, okay. It's a little hard to tell from these screenshots, but this is basically like a Civilization game, but it's like here's a video. It's a fantasy setting. And so like, you know how in Civilization games, wow, look at how low, look, is this like low res on purpose? Like, is it supposed to look like a VHS? Don't Starve is a ton of trial and error. Yeah, Don't Starve is kind of like one of those games where you need to like, you almost just have to look at the wiki. You just have to look stuff up, basically, which is kind of a negative thing with it, but yeah. Yeah, is this like supposed to look like a VHS? Like, because it's from the 90s? This is like a really cool, like, Civilization style game. Oh man, I want to play this on stream at some point. It's so good. Yeah. Wish it showed a little bit more, like, you've been defeated. Yeah, and then the battles would actually be like turn-based, like strategy battles. Yeah, I wanna show that on stream at some point, because that was one of my favorites back in the day. Max Payne. Max Payne was a fun game. Man, I guess they updated the textures on this too. The textures look pretty good. I love his face. It's so stupid. His face looks so stupid. Yeah, look at this smug look. That look does not fit the game at all, because it's like this very like dark game, and then he has this smug look on his face. Max Payne was cool. 2001. And Max Payne 2. It's basically more of the same. Yeah. Updated graphics. It was alright. The Max Payne 3, I didn't really play much of. It seemed alright. Seems like people like it. Yeah, shooting. I think it's the Walter White look. Oh yeah, we got maximum action. This is kind of another. It makes sense that it's next to Max Payne because it's kind of similar. It's like a first-person shooter, but like there's a lot of like diving around and like you can do like Max Payne style moves. Or like there's like a Wild West setting. It just has like a bunch of different guns. And it's like very like arcade. It's like an arcade shooter because you're trying to get like score and like trying to get combos and stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. I think it's still in development. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, early access. I want to try it out like once it's finished or close to finished. Yeah, Meanders. It's like a platform game. Imagine naming your game Maximum Action. I mean, hey, that's a good name, right? Meanders is pretty cool. It's like a platformer. At some point you get a gun, apparently. I don't know that. It's mostly a platformer, though, I think. Not as bad as naming your game GTFO. Yeah, that was... like a GTFO. Such a silly name. Extreme Cooperative Horror Shooter. I remember people were talking about this. Yeah, it just came out recently. What a silly name. But yeah, Meanders, yeah. Funny and relaxing challenges. Yeah, pretty cool. Medieval Kingdom Wars. Uh-huh. I have no idea what this is. Whoa. Oh, you've heard a lot of good things about the game, and I saw some friends playing it and they were having a blast. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks decent. Just the name is silly. Wait, what is this guy saying? The English rabble have already surrounded the city, wretched scum. Sees it by the thought of paying money for a game called GTFO. Yeah. I mean, hey, I guess it kind of worked because it got them attention, right? If they had named it something generic, people might not have paid attention to it. So it's some like grand strategy game, I guess. Whatever. I probably won't play that. Medusa's Labyrinth. Oh, is this free? Yeah, this is a free game. Very short mythological first-person horror game. Oh. Horror. Spooky. Watch out for Medusa. Mega Aquarium was pretty cool. This is like a little management game where you build an aquarium. It was pretty good. It was pretty fun, just like build the fish tanks, and you have like this is like the back area, the maintenance area. And you build like the gift shop, or you build a tunnel through the aquarium. Whoa. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little management game. Melody's Escape. This is a rhythm game. It's very positive. I didn't do very good at this. Maybe I'm just bad. I'm just bad at rhythm games. It's like a rhythm game, and I think it's one where you can put in your own... Yeah, use your own music library. So you just put in your own music, and it will generate, like, and you basically just hit, like, quick time events. Yeah. Mercenary Kings. Pretty cool, like, shooter, platform shooter, Contra style. The thing is, it's also a roguelike, I think, if I remember right. Craft your arsenal. What? Yeah, what was this? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this description does not tell me a lot. Oh, able to craft and customize guns and blades or upgrading body armor. Okay. And yeah, I think it was kind of like a bit of a roguelike. Or at least the levels were like randomly generated. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I said, what did I say? I said Contra, but I think I meant to say Metal Slug. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. One of my favorite games. I love this game so much. It's so good. 2014. Came out in 2014. It is still. I love that. I love that there's still like a fandom for this game, even 8 years later. It's so good. Yeah, overwhelmingly positive. Hell yeah, hell yeah. It deserves it. Like a perfect game, basically. Just love the soundtrack. Oh yeah, I still have, this is the sub goal in the top left from my marathon. If I got to 70 new subs, I'll do a Metal Gear Rising karaoke. It'll totally destroy my vocal cords, but I'll do it. Oh, we got next? We got Metro 2033. This is a good game. Very atmospheric FPS. And like all of the... had all these like stealth sections. Which is especially... because it was like, yeah, if you just go up against like a group of enemies in like open combat, you're gonna get your shit wrecked. They're gonna wreck you. So you gotta kind of handle things with stealth as much as you can. And you had to like manage like all your resources and stuff. Yeah, like very limited, like limited ammo and limited gas masks. So yeah, very cool game. And then Last Light, it's a sequel, basically just built on it. Oh, it's not available anymore. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, Last Light was also good. It was basically more. It was just more of the same. With like, I think it had like, and it kind of like improved on like some of the level design and stuff. Miasmata. This is a game I really wanted to like because it's really interesting. So it's like a first-person survival adventure game. So you're on this island, and like I think a main part of it is that you have to actually like draw the map of the island as you explore it. Stuff like that. And then you have to do science. You have to like find like samples. So you have to find like different like plants and animals and stuff to get samples from, because you're trying to I think it's probably like a map that you find somewhere. So you have to either like find maps or you make your own map. But you're trying to like do some chemistry to like make a cure for a disease. I think you also have, and it's also, okay, yeah, you also are dying from the disease, so there's kind of a time limit. And there's also like some kind of creature like stalking you, I think, that you have to like avoid. Yeah, use stealth and cunning to escape the deadly creature. Oh, yeah, if you are carefully, however, you'll be forced to confront the creature head on. Can we find like, what even is the creature? Like, what is it? Can we find it? They probably don't show it. Oh yeah, there's like the map making. It's like you use landmarks and then like that like you like triangulate stuff and it like fills in the map. It's like there's a landmark, and it's like, okay. So it fills that in, I guess. So it's like an interesting thing with the maps. Wait, is that the creature? Oh yeah, there's like some like a weird goat thing. Okay. Oh yeah, and then like when you... oh no! It's coming for you! I'm surprised they actually show it in the trailer. I thought they would keep it like a secret. Well, just want to see what else they show here. I guess that's all. Okay. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. That was a pretty fun game. I really like, I mean, the best part of it was the whole, like, orc personality system. That was definitely the best part. How they would come back for revenge or whatever if they escaped. They would level up. They would have new abilities and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then like how you would build an army of orcs. That's like where the game like really got good to me. Is like I really enjoyed, yeah, like you just mind control them or whatever and then make them fight each other. That was fun. Might and Magic Heroes 6. Mixed reviews. What is this? I've never played any of the Might and Magic games. I've never really understood like what they are. Like what is this? What are these games? There's so many of them. I know they were like a big thing like in the 90s and they kind of died out, I guess. A fast-paced epic story where angels plot to end once and for all in an unfinished war with their ancient rivals, the Faceless. Who wrote this description? That doesn't tell me anything. Let's see. It's mind. Oh, this looks like Factorio. Uh-huh. Okay, so you make a bunch of dots and you put them on conveyor belts. Oh, okay, and then you have some tower defense going on. All right, sure. Looks interesting enough. Mini Ninjas. I actually really like Mini Ninjas. It's from the people that made Hitman. They just decided, let's take a break from Hitman, let's make a game for kids. It was pretty fun. Got like pretty decent combat and it's got like stealth. It's a fun little game. Minion Masters. Yeah, it's a free game I tried out for a while. It's one of these types of games. What is this? What do they call it? They call them like Clash games. Yeah. You have like cards and you play the cards to like summon creatures to like go and attack your enemy. You got like spells and stuff. It was alright. It was pretty fun for a while. What's Mobler? Play as Birdo in this infinite platformer. Jump on the falling furniture to reach new heights. Don't get squashed or hit by the monster. Okay. Just a little arcade game. This is free, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's just like an arcade game. You just try to get like as high as you can before you die. What's a Moirai? What is this? Well, it's not available anymore. Hold on. Moirai. Oh, wait. I kind of remember this. Wait a second. Hold on. Dang, it's a shame it's not available anymore. Hold on. Moirai. Game. Because this was, Moirai is one of the PC's most disturbing games, and now it's gone forever. So, okay, the thing with Moirai, it was like this very short game, but once you beat it, you could never play it again. Or, well, you're never meant to. Let me see. Well, I would say just if you look up Moirai, like PC Gamer, they have like an article that describes the whole thing. It was like you how do I describe it? Because it was just like you go into this dungeon or whatever, or you go into this like place and then like somebody dies, but then it's like it's hard to explain. But then you like, I guess the main idea is that you leave you can leave a message for the next person who plays the game, or the next person who gets to the end of the game or whatever. So that was interesting. And there was some other stuff to it, but I don't know. Look it up. I guess, because it was a long time ago. I can still install it apparently, but it's not available in the store. Yeah, Monaco. I've like heard of this game. Maybe single player or co-op. Okay, it's like you have like the limited. Okay, and then everybody chooses like a role. You can be a locksmith or whatever. So this is like very confusing to look at with the limited like sight lines. Though I do like how it's like the blueprints for the areas you can't see. It's a nice touch. Looks kind of complicated. Hey, it's co-op. Maybe play that with somebody sometime. Monolith is a very cool looking game. Yeah, top-down, like shoot 'em up. Very crunchy pixels. There you go. Yeah, so you're piloting this ship. It's like almost like a Zelda, like, because you're like going through like a dungeon with your ship, but then it's, you know, it's a shoot 'em up. So it looks pretty cool. I want to play that some more. Monster Sanctuary. It's a Pokemon style game. Yeah, monster taming meets Metroidvania, which is an idea I like a lot. So yeah, you get a whole team of monsters and you fight people, and then also like they have abilities, yeah, outside of the fights. There you go, you got like a fish monster, it lets you swim around. So yeah, I want to give that I want to try that out some more. It's got very positive reviews. Seems like people like it. So yeah, I want to play some more Monster Sanctuary. We got Moon Hunters. Yeah, what is this? A co-op personality test about exploring an ancient occult world? What? It's a personality. Well, okay, then it also has some kind of combat. Creature and Legend, 1 to 4 player cooperative personality test. Huh. Okay, seems interesting. Mordheim, City of the Damned. What is this? First video game adaptation of... Oh, it's set in the Warhammer universe. Turn-based tactical game where you lead warbands into bloody and lethal skirmishes. It's a tactics game? They're not really showing the gameplay. Yeah, this is just... There's no gameplay. That's always a bad sign to me. Mountain Blade Warband. I played even more than 13 hours. I played a bunch of Mountain Blade back in the day. This is such a cool game. Looks pretty outdated now, but it was just like a game where you like manage a band of mercenaries in this like medieval setting. It was so cool because you do so much stuff, and then you'd have these huge battles. It's like just chaotic battles. Oh, and then I have like the sequel with Fire and Sword. Yes, this added guns, I guess. And it adds like a bunch of other stuff. Oh wait, does it add guns? Yeah, okay, there you go, muskets and stuff. It's like it kind of goes into a little bit of like the Renaissance era. Yeah. So I would like to try that. I guess Mr. Shifty. This is interesting. So this is a Hotline Miami style game. Oh, Quill, thank you for the hydrate. And the posture check. Wow. Thank you, thank you. So Mr. Shifty. So it's basically Hotline Miami, except you have like a teleportation power. And I think can you use guns or can you not? I think you can't use guns. Like you do melee, if I remember right. Tried it out a little bit. Seemed pretty good. Got Murder by Numbers. This is a so it's got like a visual novel, and it's also a Picross game. And I love Picross, so I definitely want to play this. I love Picross. It's like my favorite like puzzle kind of game, I think. It's got some kind of visual novel going on. Yeah, looks cool. Murder House. I played this on stream for Halloween. Or no, wait, no. This is actually, I played this before Halloween. I played this for Friday the 13th last year. In September or something. But yeah, very cool horror game, PS1 aesthetic. Very cool. We got Murray. This is like it's a DOS style shooter. I like that. I like that art style. The old school art style. This is what PC games, this is what PC gaming used to look like. Yeah, and I think I played through the whole thing. It wasn't that long. Yeah, like an hour and a half. It was a fun little platformer shooter. Got Muse Dash, of course. Have I only played 2 hours of Muse Dash? I thought I played it for more than that. Muse Dash, everybody knows Muse Dash, right? Rhythm game. I like it. Mushroom Cats. Oh, this is like a little free thing. I kind of remember this. I think you literally just click on all the cats. That's all it was. It was it wasn't much. It was just a little interactive thing. My time at Portia, put a lot of hours into this. And I never finished it. There's a lot to this game. Yeah, there you go. You can see that. See like all the crafting. So much crafting. Yeah, pretty nice game. I liked it. I like a Harvest Moon style game, except instead of farming, it's mostly about crafting. Neon Struct. Oh, Neon Struct is pretty cool. It's a stealth game. It's kind of like a little bit of like a Minecraft aesthetic. Wait, is this a giant piano? Do you have to play this giant piano to open the vault? Isn't that what this is? I think that's what this is. But yeah, it's a pretty cool stealth game. I never finished it, but I played it for a little bit. Got Nephise Ascension? I think I got this in a bundle. I haven't played this. Okay. Looks nice. Got some kind of combat. Her deadliest and most expansive adventure yet. Will she escape from Jargon's Valley? Find out in this highly immersive first-person walking simulator. Okay. Okay, I guess there is no combat. You maybe just avoid the enemies. Oh, and then I have Nephise Begins. Tells the player what happened in the time before Nephise was an orb collector. Okay. It's like a exploration game, walking simulator. Okay. Or is Neverwinter, the MMO. Wow, I played this for 10 hours. This is okay. It was okay. It was an MMO. Oh, new retro arcade Neon. Oh, this is really cool. Because what this is basically, yeah, important note, game does not ship with ROMs. What this is it basically gives you this environment, and what you can do is you can put ROMs, like you can make the arcade machines play emulators. Like you just load your own ROMs and it'll just play the emulators on the arcade machine screens, which is pretty cool. Because then you can play arcade games and then have this like arcade like ambience around you to like get in the arcade mood. And then it has like multiplayer stuff. Like it has multiplayer that like other people can come hang out with you, but I don't think you can actually play the game's multiplayer, which is unfortunate. And I think the developers kind of stopped working on it, which is too bad. Because I think it's kind of out of date now. I think it stopped working on it a while ago. If we look at the reviews, yeah, mostly positive. You can get the demo, and I'm pretty sure with the demo, I think you can still like use it. Like you can modify it to put your emulators in. So if you just want to try it out, you can probably do that. It's a little complicated though to set up. I had to use a lot of guides. Oh yeah, it also has VR. Yeah, it also has VR, so which is very cool that you can then just walk around this arcade in VR and play on the machines, and like cause like it actually like displays the emulator on the machine screen. Ni no Kuni 2, we need to play this. Yeah, like Grezzy will start playing this sometime soon, probably. Because she loves the first game. She just hasn't gotten around to playing this one. I think she's like a little nervous because it's kind of different because they change things. It's like totally different characters. And it has this like city building aspect to it. And so I know Grezzy doesn't really like those kinds of games. So she was kind of like, I don't know. But she loves the first Ni no Kuni, so she does want to play it. I should download that, actually, so it'll be ready to play. Hi, Crowan. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Me and Grezzy should play some more of this. Oh, and actually, if there's other people that want to play it... Oh, it has the remote play. So yeah. There's other people that want to play some Nickelodeon Brawl. Wait. Why did recent reviews go down? Look... Thanks. Crowan, don't exploit my Nightbot. Yeah, I think when you put lurk, it just takes like the next word and puts it in the message. Huh. It feels like an early build. Yeah, okay. It is interesting that it's... Moon? Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that the reviews have gotten more negative recently. I mean, like, it's not a great game, but it's just fun to mess around with, I think. Me and Grezzy should play some more of that. There's Night in the Woods. I love Night in the Woods. It's a good game. Just a adventure game. Just kind of linear kind of story thing. Pretty cool. No Man's Sky. Like Buck. Wow. Okay, Baka. No Man's Sky is interesting. Man, remember how there was like... When this came out, came out back in 2016, it was like, there was so much backlash against this. Because they didn't... Whoa. Is that like a creature that can like attack you? Whoa. But there's another one. Yeah, I guess so. There's another one. They really want to show you that big worm. Look at this big worm. Ooh, are there, like, cities now? Oh my god. I need to fix that Nightbot thing. I need to figure out how to make it not let you do that. Don't make me lurk. Ooh, you can get like a mech suit. They've updated this game so much. But yeah, remember how there was like so much backlash? Oh, there's the worm again. Oh, it gets really big, I guess. You can ride on like a flying creature? What the heck? They've changed this so much. Maybe I should check it out again. It's been a while since I played it. Yeah, what? You can ride on these things? First lurking this stream. Yeah, I'm not watching my own stream. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can just be a bird person. Look at that ship. That's a cool looking ship. Oh, this is actually underwater. Yeah, it's a cool game. I should take another look at it sometime. What's Nick's Quest? Oh, like Greek. No Man's Sky loves their worms. Yeah, they're really proud. They're really proud of their worm technology. That's what they've been working on for the past 6 years. God, yeah, it first came out 6 years ago. Remember that shit? We've been working on our worm technology. Oh, this game has worms too. I don't know. Okay, it's like a platformer thing. Cool. Yeah, it looks cool. I'll try it out. Oceanhorn. Oh yeah, this is a Zelda knockoff. It's straight up like a Zelda game. I played it for a while. I don't think I finished it. It was pretty good. It's got fishing. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it was specifically trying to be like Wind Waker. Because yeah, you got a boat and you go between these islands. Odallus, the Dark Call. 8-bit style RPG. Fancy words for a dead man. Yeah, it looks cool. I love the aesthetic. I tried playing it. It's pretty difficult. As you might imagine for an 8-bit platformer. Love the aesthetic though. Got Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Yeah, here's Oddworld. This is an old school. This is a PS1 platformer with the pre-rendered 3D graphics, like a Donkey Kong Country style. Remember, this is like super difficult. It's like a platformer and kind of like a stealth game. What is Exodus? This is like the sequel. There you go. Yeah, it's got some more high-res graphics. Yeah, I think it looks like more of the same thing. There's Munch's Odyssey, which I think is a 3D platformer. Oceanhorn was pretty alright. A sequel's on the way. Oh yeah, I think I saw that. I saw they're making Oceanhorn too. Let me look at it. Oh wait, it does not have like a pre-order page? No, I guess not. Okay. But yeah, I enjoyed what I played of Oceanhorn. I didn't finish it, but I enjoyed it. Here's Munch's Odyssey. It's a 3D platformer, okay. And Stranger's Wrath. Oh, Stranger's Wrath is really cool. Because you got this crossbow, and you shoot creatures at people. That's your weapon. And it's really cool. Like, yeah, just, it's cool. Very interesting FPS. FPS with platforming. Because yeah, it would go, there was also a third-person camera, which I guess you can kind of see there. Of Orcs and Men. Oh, I've seen somebody play this. Right. Yeah, you play as an orc, going to like kill the king of the humans, I guess, is what or the emperor, it says in the description here. Also, I forgot to say hello, Azul the Mimic. Welcome. How are you doing? And Quill, I don't think I really said hello to you either. How are you doing? The Old Tree. Oh, it's free to play. Cinematic puzzle game. Ooh. Looks creepy. Oh yeah, remember these? On the rain-slick precipice of darkness. Based on the Penny Arcade comics or whatever. Yeah, there's the Penny Arcade, guys. 2008, holy crap. It's like an RPG. The Penny Arcade people. There's also episode 2. Which I never played, apparently, even though I bought it. And that's how it goes. One Finger Death Punch. Oh, I love One Finger Death Punch. This is a good game. It's like, it's kind of like one we looked at a little while ago, the Kawaii Detu Desu. But this is actually, like, good. Because this one actually, it's almost... Like, you're just getting attacked from both sides, and you do attack people when they get into your range. And so it basically kind of plays like sort of like a rhythm game. Because you had to just be hitting it, like, at the right time. Yeah, it says every press matters, do not button mash. If you miss a hit, then basically you're gonna get hit. So you gotta make sure you time everything right. And it just has like really cool like effects and stuff. Even though it's just like stick figures, you get like these cool like background effects. Yeah. We got one more dungeon. I think this wasn't very good. Yeah, first-person shooter roguelike. I remember I tried this out. It wasn't that great. It was whatever. It was just pretty minimal roguelike. There's a second one? Yes, there is. Otaku. Hello. Yes, there's a second One Finger Death Punch. I'm surprised they didn't call it Two Finger Death Punch. I feel like that would have been a better title. But yeah, there's a second one and just like add some more stuff. I need to play it some more. So I think I basically finished the first one, but I haven't finished this one. Onirim Solitaire Card Game. Is this a free game? This is free. It's like a little card game. I don't know what the rules are exactly, but okay. Card game. Opus Rocket of Whispers. What is this? Award-winning post-apocalyptic adventure that follows two survivors on a journey to launch a space burial for the lost souls of their desolate world. Sounds depressing. Help them search the snowy wasteland for supplies and the courage to say goodbye. Well, that sounds sad. Orcs. Okay. Kinda... Very, very low-res platformer, inspired by Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins. Very positive. There's a species of spider that knows how to fly. Oh yeah, I've seen that. They use they use their web like a parachute. I've heard about that. And then okay, go from orcs to Orcs Must Die. I really liked Orcs Must Die. It's very good. Making all the traps and stuff. Very fun. Then Orcs Must Die 2 pretty much just improved on it. Man, has it really been since 2012? This game came out 10 years ago? Yeah, this is good, because then this added co-op and it added some more stuff. See, Orcs Must Die Unchained. Oh, isn't this like a free-to-play version? Yeah. Ooh, it's not it's not available anymore. Yeah, mixed reviews. Guess it didn't do very well. Ori and the Blind Forest. Just beautiful visuals. Look at that. That's a good platformer too. It's like a Metroidvania. It's pretty difficult. There were like some platforming segments I just couldn't get past. It's a cool game though. Orwell. Oh yeah, I played a little bit of this. So this is like... Yeah, Big Brother has arrived and it's you. So you're like an investigator for the government. And you're trying to like find terrorists or whatever. And you like search through people's Facebook profiles and stuff. Kind of interesting. Out there somewhere. What is this? A platformer? Plane explorer stranded on a dangerous alien planet. Low on fuel. Your only hope for escape is to find the planet's core. It's an incredibly clever action puzzle platformer. Alright. Oh, Overboard. I played this on stream. This is kind of cool. Kind of a interactive visual novel, and you have to like get away with murder. Overlord. Evil Pikmin. Yeah, I remember I played Overlord back on the 360. It was a fun game. I haven't played Overlord 2. Also there's an expansion. Raising Hell. Oh, there's Fellowship of Evil. This is like a co-op one. Ooh, mostly negative. Jesus. What happened? What happened? Hold on, what's going on? It just isn't fun. Imagine everything that was fun. This game is none of that. Oh my god. Huh. I got this with the collection. This just killed it with me. Fellowship of Evil. Yeah, wow. Guess it's pretty bad. That's unfortunate. How was Overlord 2 was pretty okay, right? Yeah. So the first two games are good. I should play Overlord 2 sometime. What's Overpass? Only so many games in my library that I'm like, what is this? Okay. You drive dirt buggies? You like drive up a mountain? Alright. Got mixed reviews. Physics are not real. This is an arcade crawler. Okay. Overruled. What is this? I don't really like the way it looks. The reviews aren't great. I mean, it looks like Smash Bros. Looks like a Smash Bros game, but you can change the rules as you play? Okay. Is oxygen not included? Pretty cool management simulation game. Very complicated. Oh wow, you can build a rocket? Very complicated game. Like, you literally have to build... Yeah, you have to build, like, the air conditioning system and everything. It's super in-depth. Painkiller. Just not available anymore? Oh man, Painkiller's great. That's a good, old school... Well, a little bit old school, like early 2000s FPS. Very fun. Here's good old Paladins. I'll play Paladins for a little while. I don't usually play, multiplayer FPS games, but I enjoyed Paladins. Hello, Moon, or Sukuyomi. Welcome, welcome. We're looking through my my friggin' Steam library again. So yeah, I enjoyed Paladins for a bit. Polynuris. What is this? This looks like a visual novel. It's a visual novel. It's a free visual novel. Alright. A one-man space shuttle. Okay. Cool, I guess. Papers, Please. I love Papers, Please. It's so good. You know, it's literally just a game about checking paperwork, but it's so good. You have to, like, there you go. Oh no, this person has a gun taped to their back. You are under arrest. Yeah, you gotta go through their paperwork and make sure everything's correct. Georgie. Look, it's handwritten. He wrote it himself. Yeah. I love Papers, Please. Paratopic. This was interesting. This is like a short, like, kind of horror game. It was pretty cool. Got this PS1 aesthetic. Parkasaurus. I want to play more of this. This is it's like a zoo simulator, but for dinosaurs. Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool. I like I played a lot of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, so I like theme park simulators. Speaking of which, here's Parkitect. Parkitect is good. It's interesting. It is just straight up Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, I'm surprised they were able to get away with it. You're a shuckle? Oh, in the stream avatars? Nice. Shuckle. The most powerful Pokemon, right? I'm surprised they were able to get away with it, because literally the game mechanics are exactly the same as Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, straight up. Like, I'm just surprised that they didn't get, like, sued. And here's the path. It's like this really atmospheric game. It's kind of a game. It's technically a game. And it's just like this kind of what do you call it? Based on like, what am I thinking of? Red Riding Hood. It's kind of interesting. There's Path of Exile. I could never get very far in this. I would usually kind of lose interest after a while. But I enjoyed it. And they've done like a ton of updates, so I would be interested to eventually maybe actually get to later in the game. Oh hey, here's the third part of that Penny Arcade game. They dropped the 3D graphics and went back to 2D graphics. Perfect Heist? What is this? Is this almost like Payday, but you have a robber team and a cop team? Huh. Might be interesting, but you'd have to get enough people together to play it. Pedal Crash. I need to play more Pedal Crash. This is a pretty cool puzzle game. So you like move the blocks around. I think like you try to it's kind of thing where you're trying to match the colors. So you like move the blocks around to like crash them into each other. You crash the pedals. Yeah. Pretty cool. It's got like a story mode, puzzle modes and stuff. And they added like online play as well. He's got old Phasmophobia. I've played more than 8.7 hours. I've definitely played more than that. Spooky, What is this? Is this like a hospital? I don't think I've done that. I don't think I've done that map. Or maybe that's still... Is this still the prison? This might actually be the prison level. Picklock. Join exciting adventure of escaping from cops. Okay. I like the aesthetic. So it's like a thief game. Stealth game. Like break into places and steal stuff. Yeah, here we go. But that's a weird trailer. It just shows this guy being sad. Oops. Oh my god, stop. Stop it. Wait, why does it keep unmuting it? Yeah, so you just break into houses and steal stuff. Cool. Pico Park. Cooperative platformer. I played this on like Kamini's birthday stream a while ago. Chaos. Just chaos. It's pretty fun. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity. I think I kind of looked at this in the previous stream. Yeah, very cool. Like old school Baldur's Gate style RPG. Yeah, Pink Hour. It's from the person that made a Cave Story. And I think this is it's a free spin-off to Caro Blaster. Yes, it's from the guy that made Cave Story. Pizza Express. What is this? Fast-paced restaurant simulation. They make pizza. Okay. Pizza making game. Maybe I'll check it out. Planet Explorers. Oh yeah, this is some... This is one of those... Remember people were making a ton of games like this. Where it's like, oh, it's a big open world game and you can build stuff and craft stuff and you do whatever. I don't know why I even got this. I go, yeah, oh, look at this crazy stuff you can make. Fight a dragon. Fight a big fish. And then I think it just wasn't very good. He's PlanetSide 2. Is PlanetSide 2 still active? Yeah, I guess it is. There's an update yesterday. Yeah, I enjoyed PlanetSide 2 for a while. I definitely like the idea of just like, is this persistent open world FPS? It's definitely a cool idea. You have like the 3 different sides fighting each other. Let me drink some water. Yeah, it's like just this big MMO. Excuse me. This big MMO shooter. It was a lot of fun. Because it would just be very chaotic. Pleasure puzzle portrait. What? Hold on, I didn't buy this. Don't judge me. I didn't buy that. Polarity. Okay, puzzle game, kind of like a Portal style puzzle game. Oh, it's got like a whole co-op campaign. Maybe I could play that with somebody. Oh, time for head pats. Thank you, thank you. There we go. We got Pony Island. I want to play this. I want to play Pony Island. It's a horror game. It's a suspense puzzle game in disguise. You're in limbo, trapped in a malevolent and malfunctioning arcade machine devised by the devil himself. It is not a game about ponies. Always need the headbats. Exactly. It's Port of Call. It's a free game. This is a free game. Alright, what is this? You wake up on a small dock with no recollection of who you are. You're on a boat. There's a weird person. I don't know. Don't know what that is. Portal. Good old Portal. I love Portal. 2007 it came out. Portal was so good. It's a classic. It's a classic right there. What's Prank Call? What the heck is this? What? Oh, this costs money. Online players try to outsmart each other in a verbal battle of wits. Players will be paired up against others as they try to trick each other into saying a secret word. I mean, that actually sounds like an interesting idea. Sounds like it could be like a Jackbox game. Okay. Just weird image. Like, here's the weird Prince of Persia reboot thing. Yeah. It was pretty good though. I enjoyed it. I liked that the whole game is just boss fights. Like there's no just like normal like every fight is a boss fight, which I thought was pretty cool. And like the story and stuff was actually pretty interesting. It was pretty decent. It was just weird that they just did this weird reboot. Hey, you always gotta reboot stuff. Got Princess Remedy in a Heap of Trouble. Wait, is this the first one? I think actually the first one is In a World of Hurt. This is like a cool. I like the aesthetic. Very old school. And it's like a shoot 'em up, right? Or you can choose who to marry because it's also like a dating sim technically. Because then, okay, then that one was free to play. And this one is a sequel. Yeah, there you go. Should we hold hands? So you can date all the monsters that you fight or whatever. And it has like some pretty cool fights and stuff. It's a pretty cool game. Honestly, I recommend these. Prison Architect. Interesting idea. I never really got super into it. Riot underway. Oh. Just building prison. Oh, wow, look at this one. That one looks terrible. Oh god. Project Cars. Yeah? The Ultimate Driver Journey. Technically advanced racing game. From 2015. Oh, nice. Okay, I mean, they got like destruction physics on there. Okay. It's a racing game. Yep, it's definitely a racing game. It's got pretty good reviews. Project High Rise this is pretty cool. It's like a building a skyscraper. There's an old game called Sim Tower, which was like this. It's pretty cool. Project Zomboid. There you go. People know about Project Zomboid. People were asking if I own this last time. Definitely a cool game. I like how in-depth it is. This person's just running a restaurant. Look at how much food they have. They're just running a restaurant. This person's just trying to farm. Look at these freaking zombies. Get out of my farm. Here's like multiplayer. You're just building a whole house, huh? Yeah, Project Zomboid's pretty cool. Wow, 2013! Holy crap! This game is 9 years old, and they're still making it. It's still early access. That's almost as old as 7 Days to Die. Here's Proteus. This is like a walking simulator. I don't know, it's kind of neat. Kind of cool aesthetic. Cool atmosphere. You just walk around, look at stuff. Well, there's PRPR Live, that's what I'm using right now, hi! Here's Psychonauts, this is a classic 3D platformer. Very cool. Trippy environments and levels. Just really good platforming mechanics. Good game. We got Puzzle Agent. So Puzzle Agent is kind of like a point-and-click adventure game, and then it has these like puzzle minigames. It's it's Professor Layton, basically. If you know the Professor Layton games, that's what it is. Because you're doing like the adventure part where you're going around and doing stuff, and then you do these like puzzles. Yeah, Puzzle Agent 2 was kind of just more of the same. Puzzle Dimension. Game where you roll a ball around. I don't know, it's kind of cool. So it's like a puzzle game. You have to move, you have to navigate like this level. And would have these kind of cool things where like, you know, gravity would change around. Yeah, that's cool. Bonk. Oh, Pyre. Pyre is good. This is from the people that made Hades. Well, I made Hades and Bastion. Love the art. I mean, the art in their games is always good. And it was interesting because it's basically a sports game. Like it's just like a made-up sport. Because you're just getting a ball and then you have to bring the ball over to the opponent's goal. Like it's straight up, it's a sports game. But it's like an RPG. Like everybody has like unique abilities and stuff. So it's pretty cool. We got Quake. Old school Quake 1996. Looks pretty good for 1996, honestly. Just the art style holds up. Yeah, just a cool... This is like multiplayer? Oh, there's like co-op. Oh, that's multiplayer. Okay, whatever. Good old game. Quake 2, 1997. Yep. Quake 2 kind of went in like a different direction, but it was still pretty good. There are a bunch of expansion packs. And there's Quake 3 Arena. This is where they started being like, oh, multiplayer is what people like. So it was like totally focused on the multiplayer. Oh no, Moon has a bomb. Everybody run. What do we got? And then we got more expansion packs for Quake. We got Quiplash. Ooh, we got Raptor Call of the Shadows. This is one of my favorite games back in the day. Yeah, it's a shoot 'em up. Pew pew pew. Yeah. And then like you could buy like upgrades and stuff. Excuse you, man. Oh, here you go. Rayman Legends and Origins. Very good platformers. Played these with Grezzy actually because they have co-op. Yeah. Rayman. There was Origins and Legends was the second one. Love the visuals. Art style is so good. They're just very fun to play. RD's Adventure Mini Golf. Okay. Well, it only has 2 reviews. Huh. I mean, okay, it's a golf game. Well, all these screenshots are exactly the same. Like, they're all just like, yep. Oh, Rebel Galaxy is cool. I don't think I finished it, but I played it for a while. Very cool spaceship game. Because I love that it was like, you would pilot like big spaceships. And so it was almost like, it was like a, how do you say it? Like a naval combat game. Like piloting like basically like big like boats like around like shooting at each other. And like you would have like all your guns are like on the side of the ships. So it's like oh hello. Hello Aggie W. Thanks for following. Welcome, welcome. Right now we're just looking at the many games that I have in my Steam library. I have so many of them. But yeah, this is cool. I love the ship combat in Rebel Galaxy.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, Suku. How's it going? Rebuild 3, Gangs of Deadsville. What a name. I remember playing this as like... Well, okay, I think Rebuild... Wow. Rebuild 1 and 2 were Flash games that I played, and then Rebuild 3, I guess, is like a premium release. This is a pretty cool game, because it's like a zombie game, and you're trying to like basically retake the city. Oh, thanks for the stretch. Let me stretch my fingers. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, this is a pretty cool game. Well, we got Rec Center Tycoon. I have not played this yet. You build a rec center, I guess. Cool. There's so many games like this. Oh no, he's got another bomb. Look out. Wait, did you just blow yourself up? Did you even hit anybody with that? Oh, Receiver is pretty cool. I think the sequel came out recently, which like expanded on it. You did blow yourself up. I'm sorry. Because it's like every part of the gun is like simulated, which is pretty cool. You have to manually like open it up and reload it. Like it's like basically it's like a gun simulator. Yeah, Racketeer and here's Racketeer and Item Shop's Tale. Yeah, this is cool. So it's like a dungeon crawling thing, but then also you're running a store. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool. Good game. Good game. Eyes Reflection Gorilla. Wait, an edit? Oh, Steam. I thought I said editor. Just Steam edition. I think we talked about this game yesterday. Yeah, just like all the destruction. Oh. Somebody's can challenge you a duel. What's a Red Trigger? First-person shooter puzzle game. Oh, it's very white. Okay. Redeemer. Huh. An intense brawler where you will punch, hack, and blast your way through enemies using fists, hammers, firearms, and even the environment. It looks kind of cool. Got positive reviews. Should try this out. Took down hack and slash brawler, whatever. Very, very bloody. Oh yeah, Rogeria Hope. Okay, so this is like a Ace Attorney style game. Like very Ace Attorney. Very Ace Attorney. Yeah, even with the pointing. But then like, okay, so this is like episode 1, but did they ever make more? No, they never made more. It's unfortunate. Re-Legion Holy Wars. What the heck is Re-Legion? It's a weird name. Cyberpunk RTS. Yeah, okay, I played a little bit of this, so it's an RTS. This like sci-fi setting. It's kind of cool.
It looks like you get to visit the bonus bean room.
Yep, that's right. We're going to the bonus bean room. Yeah, oh, Renegade Ops. I want to play this. This one's fun. It's like you like drive a vehicle around and you got a turret on it. You shoot stuff. Hell yeah. I love to shoot stuff. Bonus bean room. Yeah, so I want to play that. We've got, hold on, I'm trying to think of when I might stop the stream. Okay, we're still in the R's. Oh my god, the R's go on for a long time. Okay, well maybe go through the R's. Okay, and then we'll like stop, we'll stop before we get to the S. How about that? Renowned Explorers International Society. Okay, it's a roguelike. It's cool. You explore stuff. I think I played this for a little bit. Yeah, okay, I played this. Do you explore places? Alright, yeah. I like roguelikes. Maybe I'll play... Oh yeah, I played 4 hours of it. Maybe I'll play some more of it later. Oh, and you're saying cute character? Thank you, thank you. Talking about my my model here. Hello. I still need to work on it. I didn't draw it myself. Somebody else drew it, but I made the like animation. I still need to work on it though. There are more animations I need to make. Like you can see my mouth doesn't move a lot. It just goes, it just opens like, ah. So I need to make my mouth move more. And just work on other movements in general. What's wrong with the head pats? That's enough head pats. No more. Oh, you have to go now? Okay, thanks for dropping by. Nice to meet you. Let's see what replica is. So you're like looking through a phone? Okay. Republique. So help. Stealth action game. Not the head pats. They were on for long enough. You gotta use those points. Oh hey, Pantera. Good night. We got Retro City Rampage. It was not long enough. It was on for a while. I like this open world, like a GTA style game. There you go. You can use the you can use the emotes. Like a pixel GTA type game. I played this for a bit. It was pretty fun. We got, okay, Retro Game Crunch is a compilation of a couple games. It was pretty cool. It's like there's this puzzle one. There's like this beat 'em up one. It's a Metroidvania. You gotta save up the points. Let's see. What was that? It's like a shooter. It's like a Donkey Kong. Oh, there's another shoot 'em up. It's a card game. Puzzle game. It's got like a compilation. Yeah, it's got 7 games in it. They look pretty cool. Played some of them. Yeah, Retro Wave. This is a cool, just like a Zen kind of driving game. This 80s aesthetic. It looks really cool. Oh, look at that with like the moon in the background, or like an asteroid in the background. It just has like some chill music. Probably couldn't play this on stream, it would get copyright. Because it has a good soundtrack. Return of the Obra Dinn is one of my favorite games. Because it's basically you're investigating this ship to try and find out like how everybody on the ship died. It's really interesting. Got Rios. What's Rios? You control powerful giants to shape the planet to your will. So it's like one of these god type games. I mean, okay, seems interesting. Reveal the Deep. Short exploration game set in the wreck of a 19th century steamship. Looks cool. Wait, how are you finding, like, these pages underwater? Wouldn't they be ruined? Like, because they've been underwater? This is free, right? Oh, no. Okay. Must have gone in a bundle. Here's Reventure. I played this on stream before. It's pretty cool. It's this, like, exploration platformer, and has, like, a million different endings. Just, like, everything you can do counts as, like, an ending. Never looking at games would be so entertaining. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm having fun. This is like a lot of like nostalgia, basically. Like, oh, look at this game that I played. Here's RimWorld. People know about RimWorld. This is pretty big. I enjoy RimWorld. Building your settlement and then dying. That's basically how it goes. Yeah, some people build some crazy stuff. We got Rise of Industry. I tried this out. Honestly, I didn't really like it. Just like a business management thing. I didn't really get into it. Just because I'm entertaining? Oh, thank you. Or whoever Borges is. I don't know who Borges is. Who's Borges? River City Ransom Undergrounds. This is like a sequel to River City Ransom, which is a game back on the NES. It's a beat 'em up. Pretty cool. We got Rochard. This is like a... Yeah, there you go. It's a side-scrolling platformer thing. Yeah, who is Borges? Who's Borges you're talking about? I think you have like a gravity gun. I think that's like the main kind of game mechanic. Yeah, there you go, there you go. You have like a gravity gun, so you like move stuff around. Yeah. Rogue Legacy, that's a classic. Came out in 2013. 9 years ago, that's crazy. I never got super far in this, but it was fun. It's kind of Castlevania roguelike. Rogue Stormers, what is this? Action-packed platform shooter mashed up with roguelike and RPG elements, mixed reviews. Okay, yeah, it looks confusing. I don't know what the heck is going on in that. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? I don't like as much as the original games. I like that it's 3D, and I like that you can... I always like in these like theme park type games, I like when they let you like ride the rides that you build. Like you can put the camera like in the ride. That's always fun. The Room. This is a point and click adventure. Lots of puzzles. I think I finished this one. So many puzzles. So many puzzles. I didn't finish The Room 2. This one is a lot longer. Because it actually has multiple rooms. It's like one of those room escape like kind of things. Hello Oshawott, welcome, welcome. We're looking at some of my games in my Steam gallery. Steam library, I mean. But yeah, it's a cool game. Very, very difficult puzzles. Got Roundabout. Roundabout's a cool game. This is a game where you... It has these like live action cutscenes. But you play as a limo driver, and your limo is constantly spinning around. So you have to navigate. Oh dear. It's the Steam gallery, exactly. You have to navigate your limo through the environments while you're like spinning around. Running with Rifles. I think this game changed a lot since I first played it. This is like a top-down shooter. So it's kind of like one of those like big multiplayer shooters like Battlefield. It's kind of like Battlefield, but it's like a top-down view. And it's got like a whole bunch of other stuff going on. We got Ruse. Not on Steam anymore. I think this is like an FPS, or not an FPS. This is an RTS game, I think. Okay, so we finished the R's. Alright. And it's probably a good time to stop. There you go. You get a free stretch redeem. So we'll start with the letter S next time. We're getting close to the end of the alphabet, right? S is close. Am I streaming again tomorrow? I'm not sure, actually. I might. I might not stream myself, but I'm going to be on someone else's stream. So I'm going to be on Noir Kyoko's stream. We're playing golf. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be on her stream playing some golf with your friends. So definitely tune into that. Yeah, hold on. I want to see how many more games do we have to go. Okay, I think we can finish. Well, I was going to say maybe we can finish this on the next stream. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's still quite a few more to go. But maybe we can finish going through my library on the next stream. Can't play golf with friends. I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss. Alright. So that's enough Steam library looking at. Because you don't have friends. I'm sorry. That's sad. You should work on that. So I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Let me see. Speaking of Kyoko, she's on right now. Let me see if I can find somebody else. Oh, is so one of my friends, Leary Callisto, is is doing a 24-hour stream. Oh, there's only like half an hour left. Yeah, oops, also, I should mute it. Alright, okay. So we can go say hello to them. They've just got half an hour left in their 24-hour stream. Oh wait, how do you spell their name? Okay. You didn't expect that? What, the sounds? Yeah, sorry. Because I was looking at their channel to see what they were doing. So there we go. We'll go say hello to Leary Callisto. Playing Risk of Rain at the moment. You can wish them luck on the last half hour of their 24-hour stream. Alrighty. And next time I'm on... So yeah, I'll see you on Noir Kyoko's channel tomorrow for Golf with Your Friends. And maybe I'll possibly also stream more of this. We'll see. Oh yeah, I set up something that I just want to show real quick before we end the stream. I set up a button that I can press and it does this. Hi. Hey, it's me. Alright, bye. I can just get big. Big ergo. Alright, that's all. Oh. Okay, goodbye.